What is up, boys? Deadhouse
What's
Gates.
up?
3 guys wearing hats.
That's the
So I'm
new,
gonna start
that's the new
every
intro.
one.
I need to add that into the splash screen at the beginning.
That fucking... they don't know, but we had technical difficulties last time, and my video did not upload all the way. So me just popping in halfway through that
3
song,
guys wearing... Yeah.
it's like I just showed up singing that, which is so funny.
You did basically.
Yeah.
So a couple housekeeping things. We finished Gardens of the Moon. Yay. For some reason, so Will let me know that the Spotify one isn't showing up. I had to make an adjustment on that, and I took it down, and I made it private, and then I made it public again. And for some reason, it won't go public again. So I'm figuring out episode 5 with Gardens of the Moon with Spotify. I emailed their support. I'll let you guys know it's not as easy as I thought to put everything up online.
Who won the battles? I think I won. Right?
So I was gonna do that. I was gonna do that for I was gonna talk about that in the beginning here because we just got done with Gardens of the Moon, and obviously that battle was for Gardens of the Moon. So I was gonna bring up I screenshotted the results here.
It didn't go well for me.
It didn't go well for
bro.
Will.
You lost both.
Will, this is the thing. We give Will a lot of shit because it's funny, not because he deserves it. But then stuff happens. It's like, does he deserve it? And it's like
that started out as such a nice sentiment, and then it got so bad. It's so bad.
Maybe he does deserve it. No, I'm trying to find the polls. I can't find them.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it. So we have Words with Will put our poll up. Here we go. So who won the character draft from this week's spot? This is power level character draft. Okay, so this is if there's a battle, right? We have Will, 14% chance to win this thing. That's how I'm going to use the percentages because stats are made up, and I can do whatever I want.
That's not nothing, dude. That's not nothing.
It's not. And really, what's really surprising is I'm only 23%, and I think my team is much stronger than Will's.
In a battle, you're nuts.
Oh yeah, who do you got? Tool.
So he's got raced.
I know he's got raced.
He does have some wild cards, I think, and that's like I only won because I got Rake.
Yes,
and
that I was going to bring that up. And Mo won with Rake. He was 63%. Obviously,
63.
Yeah, pretty overwhelming. Kind of like our map poll we had this weekend. Will on Instagram, Maurice missed the drama.
Well, I did. What happened?
Will
tell him the next poll, and then I'll explain this. Tell him the next poll.
You're gonna explain
that Noah won this one.
I'm gonna
Noah, without a doubt. Noah didn't pick to win a battle.
No. I picked for drinking.
He picked for going to a pub and hanging out and having a good ass time.
If you want to know anything about me, that's my goal: is to have fun with my friends. Yeah, and then obviously, who do you want to hang out with? I mean, 62% Noah.
62%.
I really want to know.
Shit.
Comment if you voted for Will's because I'm curious why you would want to hang out with Paladin Brood, raced. Like it is not a chill hang.
No, it's
not a chill hang.
Let me know who did that.
They're like, which seats would you sit in when the airplanes are like and they picked Will's was like the worst characters you could choose. You're sitting between them. Like that's the seat they picked.
Now I want them with me if the plane is crashing, but that's not what the question is.
Yeah.
Right.
No. Well, just having raced there kind of ruins the vibes.
That
Tool can only do so much
vibes
to save the vibes.
Dude, you do have Tool. Tool is sick as fuck. I wish I had gotten Tool.
Yeah, honestly. I missed Tool by 1. That was a bummer. I do want to real quickly. Sorry, Jordan. I'm apologizing for everything before this, but again, obviously we don't give a shit. Will, tell everybody about your map poll. Let's talk about the map thing, the drama.
Let's talk about it.
If anybody follows us on Instagram, there was some drama.
Noah misrepresented me a little on this.
I screenshotted your picture. You screenshotted
a DM and cut all the other messages out. It wasn't that bad.
Other messages made you look worse.
Okay. I need to know.
We had We had a healthy, gentlemanly debate about how important maps are in fantasy books.
Okay.
I said.
Let me weigh in before you tell me who said what.
Okay.
Maps are fucking super important.
Okay. I I said I never check maps in books. I don't check them. Like, I will look through. I'll look like at the beginning of Deadhouse Gates. Right, there's some maps, and I'll look a little bit. Like, I'll glance at them.
Maps,
but
okay. Let me add
actually,
to
are
this.
they even
Maps
in this?
are important.
They're not even in this
most
version.
important for the author. The author has to know where things are because otherwise they're writing in the dark. And you don't want them writing in the dark. If they know exactly where everything is, then it's vivid.
Funny enough, Will wrote without a map.
This book doesn't have a map in it. But I would say I usually will glance at them. I'll glance at them, whatever. I don't really care. I'm not someone.
We need to talk about telekinesis.
I just don't believe that people do this. That people are flipping back and forth to the map. Checking where characters are.
I do.
Why?
Reed, what was the first thing Reed told you? What did Reed tell you during your beta read?
Well, what do you mean? The first thing
a map?
No. He had already called me stupid for my take, so he didn't have to address the map in the beta read. But
no.
I'm just saying, to me, I don't check them, so I didn't think anything of it. And then I'm like, I should probably check to see about getting a map made. And they were just more expensive.
This is how the whole thing started.
They would be. So that's what the conversation started. Because I asked Noah, I said, hey, are maps expensive? Like, have you experienced this too? Turns out, yes, he has. And I was saying, I was surprised. And that spawned this conversation where I said, I don't believe people are checking maps like this. And then he screenshotted that, cut all the other messages out, and put it on his story to 25,000 people, and was like, "Hey, everybody, dogpile this guy."
Do you want? Listen, here, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Hold on, time out. I'm going to give you an opportunity right now. I'm happy to read your comments about maps and pricing that was before that right now, if you want me to. Okay, so if you don't want me to talk about it, why don't complain that I cut it out?
We could just acknowledge that I was saying. I was surprised.
Yeah, I know. But
how much
you're like you're crucifying me for cutting out your top messages when I was doing it, so you didn't get crucified.
I was just saying I was surprised. Okay, and then I think there was a comment about how I thought cartography was a skill for real life maps, not fantasy or fake maps.
Look, there's only one real life map. It's done.
Okay, here's what I'll say. I'm gonna eat crow. Let me eat crow for 1 second.
I'd say it's art. It's art. So you're hiring an artist to create a piece. Yes.
But however, map makers have told me that they're not artists. They don't want to be called artists. They're map makers. That's a whole different discussion. I'm just saying, I'm gonna eat crow. I'm gonna do it because I've been DM'd multiple times now, telling me, and this is a quote from Reed. That's the stupidest take I've ever seen someone have. And so I went back to the drawing board and reconsidered a little bit of that. And then I tried to make my own map. And I realized it wasn't super easy to make maps. So all that to say, I'm now working with a map maker to have a map made.
You son of a bitch. That is so funny. So I made my own map. But I am a graphic designer by trade. Or I was. Yeah. Now I'm a full-time author. But I was a graphic designer by trade.
We just had to get that in there.
So I will say, before we move on, before we go into the prologue, real quickly, couple things. First off, the only people who agreed with Will are contemporary romance readers about the map thing. And
some lit RPG readers too. Some lit RPG readers.
Lit RPG readers, they're gamers. They're not readers.
Have you read Dungeon Crawler Carl, the whole railway system?
So do you know he made that in VR? He made the railway system. He has it saved on his computer. He was talking about it last night. He made it in like 3D modeling in VR.
Will, you don't like lit RPG, dude, right?
Are you trying to get me fucking murdered? Okay. No, it's not that. I've read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I've read Dungeon Crawler Carl. I read the first book. I haven't gone further than that yet. But I am fine with lit RPG. I don't really get it. I will acknowledge that. I don't really get it. And I'm open curious to it.
I'm not trying to get you canceled. I'm trying to get you followers, and you seem to be taking the road of get people pissed at me, so I get followed, and that's fine.
No.
See, this is what I was talking about earlier. This is what I was talking about earlier with does Will deserve it?
Like, he would not be the first person in my life to ask that question.
It seems like you think he seems sweet and nice, but I don't know if that's just because he's like chubby and has a beard. Like, does he just look sweet and nice?
He is sweet and nice.
Can we acknowledge that this has been going on for 10 minutes, and all we've covered so far is Will hates artists, Will hates maps, Will hates lit RPGs, Will's fat. Can we just please
chubby and fat are different.
Will,
chubby is a term of endearment.
Hold on. Fat is an adjective, not an insult. So let's just get that straight. And also, my guy, I guess it depends on intent, but from me, it's an adjective, not an insult.
Mine
I didn't even
sweet.
say you were chubby, but
that's cute.
Yes,
that was like a cute.
He meant it like in a cute way. But anyway, Will, you didn't say you hated
like
lit RPG, so let's set the record straight, bud. Do you hate lit RPG?
No, God, no, I don't hate them.
How many have you read?
I don't hate what?
Have you just read the most popular lit RPG, and that's the only one?
Listen,
just the one.
I
just
read
the one. Just
a
Dungeon
bit
Crawl.
of He Who Fights with Monsters, and I've never read a more unlikable character than Jason, dude.
Hey, I'm gonna send you guys. So I have 10 chapters done in my lit RPG I'm working on right now. I'm gonna hook you up.
Dude,
with.
I'm so stoked. Every time I see that, the top, and it's like level, class, weapons. I'm like, yes. I don't know why. He's so hype.
That pulls me immediately out of the book, and that's what I'm struggling with. Is like those. I don't feel like that. Yes, immediately. Like I struggle with that because I can't do it in anime and stuff either. Like
you got to think about
like power levels and stuff. It throws me so far off. I have to like ignore it in like shonen.
You got to think about it like an epigraph. It is
that's
like
a good idea.
It's a song in Lord of the Rings. That's what you're seeing. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give it up. Listen, my plan is to go at least through Dungeon Crawler 3, at least through 3 to make sure I
know
my opinion on it. I plan to check out.
Are you doing the audiobooks or the physical?
Golds.
Oh yeah, Kenny's is pretty good.
Torthgall. I'm gonna start that one because they're pretty short, should be quick.
Yeah.
And there was another one that I was thinking
read.
about.
Me and you are gonna buddy read Kaiju.
I'm down. I know.
Let's do it.
We should do.
I'm down.
I've heard Ironbound is. I've seen nothing but.
So that's a progression.
It's not really
progression.
It's a progression.
So it's progression fantasy. So it doesn't really
similar, right?
It is similar. So
I guess it doesn't have a gaming system.
Upon,
it doesn't have like a.
Yeah. Because one of the hardest things I've come across, and I'm having like 2 really big lit RPG people as my like alphas who are reading chapter by chapter for me.
Nice.
It's unbelievable how much they care about continuity between the stats and what's happening in the story. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
The mechanics.
Yeah, and it's like,
It's like the
what do you say?
thing.
He's
like the thing that makes it different.
Adam told me he's like, hey, just so you know, in chapter 6, you had him 5. His hit points were 5 less than they should have been after he fought that wolf. I'm like, what the fuck? How?
Wow, that's crazy. That's great. That's a great.
Listen, I'm not saying I could write one. I think they are their own like very unique piece of literature. I'm not dogging them. I'm just saying they are, to me. And Noah, you should be able to relate to this a little bit. Coming from my educational background is like lit, like classic lit.
Sure, I get that.
And like I have a degree in writing and editing, and then I was in journalism. So they all are very structured, but these very specific like rules. And then lit RPG kind of like spits in the face of some of those rules. And so it's just like making that mental adjustment for me is difficult. So it's not anything against the authors and stuff.
You have this past learned elitist trauma that you are bringing into your opinions.
I knew this was going to be bad for me somehow when he started talking. Yeah, a little bit.
Well, that's an elitist kind of like what you're saying is
it would be except
I am
for the fact that I'm like the opposite of
it's just bougie. It's just bougie.
It's bougie a little
bougie.
But it's the opposite of elitist. Listen, I can sit here and shit talk certain classics also if you want to go that route. But I'm just saying.
Do it, dude. Nathaniel Hawthorne spent too fucking long talking about that goddamn bush, brother. I don't give a fuck about that bush.
Do we want to talk about the whale? Or do we want to talk about them cleaning the whale on Moby Dick?
Oh, God.
How it's a bunch of guys just jerking off together?
Do you want to know the one that'll get me like really riled up? And it's William Faulkner.
Okay, this is our last one. Last one, then we're gonna do Malazan. I promise, Jordan.
I fucking hate Faulkner.
Okay.
And Sound and Fury is dog shit.
Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna go into Malazan now.
I knew he would do it.
Real quickly,
We've discussed this before. But listen,
I don't like this conversation.
In terms of ratings, I would still say Sound and Fury is at least a 3-star. Okay, like the worst classics are still pretty much 3 stars.
Okay. But I give it a 4 on Amazon for algorithm.
Right. Just to help out Faulkner.
Yeah, help out Faulkner.
Just to help
his estate.
His estate.
All right, so let's talk about. Okay, there goes 15 minutes. That was fun. I bet a lot of people love
Jordan.
that though. Everything that just happened. A lot of more people like that. Really, only Jordan and one other person don't like it, and those people we don't really care about their opinions. So
Jordan's coming around. He's starting to.
He is.
I bet he's re-listening at night to the side beginnings and ends. He's just like, oh shit. He's like nervous that I'm checking the stats. Be like the IP that's listening to just the first 10 minutes at nighttime. I can see that. Okay, so yeah. We just hit 400. We just hit 400 people in the book club. 400. Yay! Real quickly, Maurice is a traditionally published author now. Yay!
Yeah, baby.
And let's talk. Let's do a recap of the prologue for Deadhouse Gates. Can I just say I'm so happy to be on Deadhouse Gates? I love this book.
Oh my! This book is so fucking.
I love it so much.
First 5 chapters are a fucking trip,
dude. I know. I posted in the Fable. I said you like Gardens of the Moon is a cakewalk, like of joy compared to what Deadhouse Gates starts as. Because right from the get go. Torture, enslavement, prostitution, everybody's fucked. It's crazy. So let's read a recap of the prologue and then we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Welcome to Deadhouse Gates, where the Malazan Empire solves political problems by letting the pores do a little light murder. In Unta, Empress Lysine is purging the nobility, and her new adjunct, Tavor Perrin, oversees it with the warmth of a tax form. Unfortunately for everyone, Tavora's baby sister Felicin is chained up with the condemned, headed for the Otarawaro mines. We remember Otarawaro because ambition apparently requires ritualized sibling abandonment. Tavora rides past, making eye contact, looks away, and emotionally deletes herself, proving once again that becoming adjunct means ceasing to be a human being. Things immediately get feral. A priest of Hood shows up, covered in blood and flies, evaporates into nothing, and leaves behind some extremely bad vibes. Felicin is protected by Haboric, the handless historian, ex-priest, walking curse magnet, and Bowden, a massive thug who responds to a riding mob by beheading an old noblewoman with a chain and tossing her head in the crowd like a chew toy. Shockingly, this kills the bloodlust. By the end, most nobles are dead, Perrin is presumed dead, Felicin's life is officially ruined, and the Empire has very efficiently eaten the rich.
Bruh, I'm so glad I didn't read that beforehand. I'm obsessed with this the new flavor. I'm in it. I am in it.
It's like a late night show monologue.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Will, tell me what. Mm-hmm. So we got out of Gardens of the Moon, right? Awesome, epic fantasy, big battles, badass animated rake, and now we got the French Revolution going on.
Yeah, but the French Revolution as sponsored by the U.S. government. It's
proxy wars.
Yeah, brother.
It's not a good time. The beginning of this book is not a good time. So we are shown these couple of Perrin siblings, which is like, oh cool, those are characters we're aware of.
That is pretty fun. But then you find out, fuck.
Yeah.
And then it's not fun at all. Again. Yeah. Also, how do you? Okay, is it Tavor? Tavora? How do you?
Tavor?
I say Tavor. I think the narrator says it a little differently.
He does. I can't remember how he says it right now. But Tavor is the way. Clearly, this is meant to be said. Yeah. Also, killed their mom. Did I get that right? And like,
I don't think she killed their mom. I think she let her mom die. I let me get some clarity on that because I was confused. Her father died.
Well, the implication was that their father had died, like from it was because of Perrin is like Genoa's Perrin is thought to be dead or a traitor, basically, and that like killed their dad was how I understood it. But that their mother, I thought that she was killed.
She died. She died before the transportation to the Otadero mines, but after arrest. So I think she died in custody, potentially.
Okay. Well, and Tavor didn't even come, right? That was the whole thing.
No, she doesn't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe she does.
Well,
she seemingly does not give two shits.
But the indication is not at all. Yeah. Well, like Lauren is like a warm hug compared to Tavor, so far.
Yeah. So far.
So.
And she got her little amber with a T. Let me talk about the pronunciation of
Otadero. Otadero.
It's like Rattata from Pokemon, right? It's like Otadero.
Otadero.
Yeah, Otadero.
Boom, you got it.
So I said I was going to listen to book 2, and I haven't been. I just read those first 5 chapters. But I'm going to the next section. I'm going to listen.
You don't have to listen. Just as long as you're.
Well, I want to.
You're reading.
I want to.
Honestly, the audio is pretty good.
I want to. Yeah. I want to.
I would say his voice is not. His voices do not match the characters for me in specific instances. So Callum, I never imagined Callum's having like voice. A nasally. Yeah, it's such a strange voice.
Yeah, he's like nasally. It's weird. Kalam is one of the weirder voices.
What are you doing?
No, Kalam sounds like Idris Elba to me.
It should be dark and then deep, right? Yeah. Like Keith
and
David.
Then Toblakai, he did very young, which he's like 7.5 feet tall. Y'all don't know Toblakai.
No, not.
Oh
yet.
Shit.
Well, but I do think he did in terms of voices. I thought Whiskey Jack was quite good, and Perrin was quite good.
Oh yeah, agreed.
Rake, Baruch were all good.
I like Fiddler.
He's generally good.
I like Fiddler's voice,
but there's just certain characters that he does a weird thing with. They're a little too high, a little too nasally.
Quickben and Callum, he did that with. They both are nasally and high pitched, which I think was a strange choice. But also, I'm like, okay,
maybe it's a Seven Cities thing.
He may have been thinking that, or he was just trying to differentiate them, and I really think that's
like,
what it is.
There's so many characters, and you're trying to make the voices sound. You're going to be some characters are just going to sound similar, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, you were saying, Maurice, you were going to talk about something before.
Otadero.
I doubt I'm gonna say it right. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
I think it's funny every time you say it wrong, but for the viewers, some of us know how to.
There's also. In chapter 1, I don't know how to say another thing too, so we'll get to that.
Okay,
you'll hear it in my.
But yeah.
Okay, so the prologue. Let's
give me your impression of Felison, Heberick, and Bodden. I want to hear your impressions of them.
From the prologue.
From the prologue.
So,
because they're the primary characters in the prologue.
Yeah,
they're the ones you're following.
I mean, there's a lot you don't know. There's a lot thrown at you here in terms of like their histories and stuff. And we obviously know that Felison is a Perrin, but the other two, you kind of only get like glancing blows as to what their backgrounds are, especially with did you say Bowden? Bowden?
I say Bowden, but that's
I say Boudin, like the bakery in San Francisco.
Like
I think the audio says Bowden. So I was like
Bowden.
Really thrown with that.
I think we're all going to say different things.
So
somebody's going to correct us, and we are not going to even care.
Not even a little bit. Pay attention to that.
If there's a dislike button, I'm typing it. I will say, so those 3 characters, so they are probably my favorite storyline through this book. When it comes down
to
so far, they're extremely emotionally impacting.
Yeah, but and I'll say this: the cool thing about the prologue is it doesn't seem like it, but you're getting like little tiny glances of Bowden and Haboric, but it's like it is so telling to who they are as people just in these little tiny, and you'll see that as you go through the book. I think he does a really good job.
Is the fucking king at giving you one scene with a character who's just in the periphery, and you feel like you know them.
Yeah.
You either love them or hate them, but like you know them. And I love his ability to do that.
I would say from the prologue, I was not a fan of Bowden as much, because the scene with the old lady is pretty fucking visceral.
You wouldn't want to kill an old rich lady who's bitching?
Well, it's not that.
She wasn't bitching at that point, brother. She was
unconscious or possibly already dead.
We know she's been bitching the whole way. We know it.
Well, she seemed mostly confused when she was talking before.
A little addled.
Because she was like, the Empire's going to save us. And they're like, bitch.
Dude, I would have killed her when she said that. Shut up.
And so sawing her head off with a chain.
That's dope.
It's a power move. For sure. And then
it's like when you pay the bill when your dad's eating
it's interesting because it's such a violent act, but it ultimately disperses the violence, right? Because it's
you don't need to be a classically trained writer like Will to recognize that. Sorry, you don't need to recognize the poetry in that moment. I thought it was beautiful on Erikson to show how violent this book is going to be right off the fucking bat, but also Bawden did something really cool by turning a mirror on the crowd. And I think that was so brilliant on Bawden's part, because who the fuck would think of that? Also psychopathic, but I think showing the crowd what they look like in that moment and giving them what they want, quote unquote, was, because they had been literally dismembering people in that crowd. They were beating their heads in with rocks. Erikson does a really weird thing in his writing where he talks about violence that's happening in the periphery of these characters in such a casual way that it is easy to kind of ignore. This happens in chapter 5. And I want to talk about it when we get there. It's easy to ignore, but when you actually pay attention and visualize the things that he's talking about that are happening, it's fucking so grim. It's dark.
Felician talks about how there are body parts, arms still chained in the manacles, but the body's gone. Again, it's like a one-off line, but it's there to, you can see the level of violence. And they said there were 300 people in this line, and only less than 100 survived.
Less than 100. They killed 200 people.
Bawden killed one. In a very quick time frame.
I think Bawden was also killing the pores. I don't know if that's...
He was.
I think he was cracking necks and
Well, he was... The implication was that he was defending himself, because they had him chained in with the rich people, and so... it was a way to rid themselves of this criminal also.
Right.
And so, he's just killing anyone that gets close to him. And he got fucking mangled in that fight, too. If I remember correctly, his ear got cut off.
His ear got cut off.
It was flapped over, and the bone of his skull was visible. And he was still fighting people. It's not... I think this chapter, you're right in that it's a tone setter. It's absolutely a tone setter for the book. And the next 5 chapters are all the same. You're seeing this level of violence over and over and over again. So it's not like he's giving you something here that you're not going to get the rest of the book. This is setting the tone for what this book is going to be, and in the way in which it is different from Gardens of the Moon. So you are getting some really intense violence. And there's imagery. I'm in chapter 6 right now. I started it this morning. But there's imagery throughout these chapters that is incredibly disturbing if this was something that you were seeing in real life. And these are traumatic images. So I can definitely see, I will say that the beginning, the prologue and part 1 of this book definitely changed my opinion on whether you could consider this series grimdark. Because I would not say Gardens of the Moon is, but I would absolutely say Deadhouse Gates is.
Yeah. So. Like, that's the thing about Erickson is there's always an underlying theme of hope and humanity. And I think that's what makes it not grim ultimately, because like his point is not to say everything's fucked. His point is to say evil exists, but so does good. You know, there's like that.
Well, it's
but
not nihilistic.
Really wild. Right. It's not there's no nihilism in.
But
there are nihilistic.
Then you're getting into what is the definition of grimdark. You know, like, is grimdark the nihilism, or is it just dark fantasy? Which feels like kind of splitting hairs to me.
Yeah. No, I see that. I've always called Malazan grimdark until I read Abercrombie. It was like, oh, I see.
Well, everybody's fucked up.
Yeah.
Nobody has good intentions.
It's such an interesting parallel to what's going on in our world with like the Epstein files. Like you said, there's some really dark shit. And I have been trying to not like I had kind of a wake-up call last night when I saw a video that described some of the things in the Epstein files that people are seeing. And I was like, I thought it was bad. I told my wife, I said, I thought it was, I knew that it was like, Trump and Epstein and all these motherfuckers had raped women and killed people. Raped girls, like, young girls. And I was like, that's terrible. That's awful. I don't need to read it. I don't need more images of that in my head. To hear, I don't know how it's somehow worse than that. It is worse than that. The things that are in those files, the things that were done by these people, it's like you look at the events in Deadhouse Gates and it's like fucking flowers and picnics compared to what's happening, what those rich fucks did on that fucking island. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. I'm not trying to get on the soapbox, but I just got really heated all of a sudden very quickly. And
no, it's fair. And I like that you called them girls. I hate that they're using the term young women.
Yeah.
It's pissing me off.
They're girls.
Yeah, they're girls.
Well, I'll say
some of them are infants.
Yeah, I'll say this.
Fucked.
It just like as a quick aside, and we can get back to what we're talking about. But the situation with the Epstein files, I think it's very easy for us culturally to sanitize pretty much anything because I don't know. I mean, we're all in our 30s. I grew up watching on TV like Law and Order SVU, right? That was on at like 9 o'clock on weeknights, right? It was incredibly accessible. So these concepts were very in your face, but the reality of that situation is very far removed from the Hollywood version, right? And so I think there's an element of like, oh, it's, we know it's rape or it's sexual assault or it's, kidnapping, whatever. But, until you're confronted with the reality of what that means for actual human beings that are involved.
100%.
I think it's easy
and that's
to
what I'm
kind
saying.
of keep it at arm's distance.
Yeah, it is. It is. We are familiar with that, but like, I think I had a real fucking like wake up call moment where I was like, I thought it was bad, and I thought I knew what was in the files, and it was the SVU content. I thought I knew how bad that was, and I was just trying to protect my own mentality. But then I see a video where someone's reading an excerpt where they're describing what baby intestines taste like, and I'm like, that's fucking insane. Mm-hmm. That's outrageous. That's outrageous that we're not stringing these motherfuckers up on skyscrapers. Like, that's what the fuck? What more is it gonna take?
Yeah.
What? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I mean, you're preaching to the choir. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's fine. It's not. The problem is, the thing is, not everyone listening to this is the choir, and you guys need to get into the choir.
Yeah.
Viva la revolution.
So, back to the grim, whether this is grimdark, 100%, this book is
grim and dark.
It's grim and dark, and it is such a departure from Gardens of the Moon. As a writer who writes fun books, like I do write fun adventure, and like I think the best dramas start as comedies. So like I like that whole like that turn into the punch where you don't see it coming. And I think Erickson really sets you up thinking this is like an anime turned into a epic fantasy series. And then he really hits you with the his understanding of cultures throughout human history and warfare and what that looks like. And you'll never look at a war book the same way again after reading Malazan, because it really does change the way you see this. I mean, John Gwynne writes about battle formations and the shield wall and stuff like that, but I'd already read Malazan when I read John Gwynne. And so I already knew what a shield wall was. I didn't have it explained to me in Stephen Erickson's, but like I knew what war looked like. And I mean, Malazan will change the way you read other books. And
yeah, especially starting
so
in chapter 2,
y'all
we're really going to see.
with us.
In chapter 2, you're going to start seeing a whole different side of war, right? Like we're seeing a whole backside. But let's get off the prologue. Let's go to chapter 1.
Yeah,
because we still have 5 more of these to do.
Important things.
Yes, important things.
Important things. 3 characters here are important: Felison, Heberick, and Bodden. Also, Tavor and Ta'Amber. Tavor is there. Felison and Tavor are Perrin's little sisters, and Tavor is the new adjunct to the Empress. Her bodyguard is Ta'Amber. Those are just important names to remember. And then there's something. So Heberick is he's a historian who is he was a priest of Fenner. He has the boar tattoo over his entire body that has some kind of magical properties because the flies won't land on the tattoo and people wouldn't go near him. He's also handless because he wrote a history that made Empress Lysine look bad. That's why he's here. He basically wrote a book that she hated. And so that's why he's in this little group and he's being sent. They're being sent to the Otatarel mines. And Otatarel is the thing that Ralik Nam rubbed all over his face because it cancels or deadens magic. I think that's all we have to remember from this, really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's gathering up some new slaves, basically.
Yep.
All right, chapter 1 starts off with our best boys, Mappo and Icarium. I'm not going to say.
Oh, Mappo and Icarium.
Yeah. I'm not going to say here. Okay. So Mappo and Icarium wander the 7 cities as soul taken, and the divers.
It's just divers in the
divers. It's a guttural. Okay. It's a guttural. So it's a divers.
Ivers.
Just say D burp and say Ivers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Converge. They converge on the path, a shapeshifter pilgrimage promising godhood. Along the way, Grillin, 1,000 rats. No, thank you. And Rylanderus, 6 murder wolves. Remind us the continent is deeply unsafe. Everyone keeps anonymous or ominously name dropping Shaik. Sorry, guys. There's a lot of names in this one that I just, as a white man, I have issues with. Meanwhile, I don't have issues like politically or like concept wise, just like saying.
As a white man,
as a white man, I'm just bad, I don't
approve of these funny words.
Meanwhile, 7 cities is a ticking bomb. Historian Duiker watches Wiccan warriors arrive under Coltane, the new High Fist, former rebel, and terrifyingly competent leader. Just as a prophesized uprising brews in the year of Dryjna.
Dang.
Elsewhere, the bridge burner crew shows up, immediately blows up a soul-taken sea monster. Sappers stay undefeated. And drops the big reveal. Kalam and Fiddler are here to assassinate Empress Lysine. Shapeshifters want godhood, rebellion is coming, and genocide is on the itinerary. Deadhouse Gates has officially begun.
Yeah.
So this was like the start of a bunch of storylines in this chapter, right, Will?
Yes, it throws a lot at you.
Yeah.
This chapter jumps around a fair bit because it's trying to establish all these various things. Ikariam, of course, we got the name drop in Gardens of the Moon. So that was fun.
The inventor.
He came around pretty quickly. Also, he's half Jagged. That's
yes. I was gonna.
Also.
I had that in my. I didn't want to bring that up. I just wanted to know if you wanted to talk about that, so I didn't bring it up.
Well, I mean, it seems significant.
Why is that significant? What are Jaggeds again?
So far was Raced, who almost ended the world. So he is. That seems like it could be a big deal because we don't know a lot about the Jaggeds as like a people, but we know that they're extremely capable warriors who can have pretty immense power, and they have access to an Elder Warren. So that seems like it could be significant. Mappo is my new favorite, I think.
Mappo's the best, dude. I
love it.
Mappo.
Yeah.
Mappo is a Trell.
He's a Trell, which are like badgers, like big badgers. What are Trell?
No.
I
So
can get a great
more,
description, a great picture in my head.
Trells are more like orcs, basically.
Okay.
They are like
they look like half orcs.
They have like fur thing.
They're kind of like. So he does have bristling like spines on his back. I picture them more like Blanca from Street Fighter, kind of.
Yeah,
okay. He has hackles, basically. So anytime he gets kind of like a cat or a dog, anytime he gets like intense, they rise. But I imagine them kind of like man, I really feel like there's something here, like porcupine spikes.
Are they more fur or more like spikes? Like
they're more fur.
Okay. I was trying to figure out how like humanoid he was, I guess, and I was having a little bit of trouble
humanoid.
with that.
He's pretty humanoid.
Okay. Well,
I just imagine like a half.
Very wide. He's a brick house, also.
Yes, I did pick that up. So okay, cool. But I love him. He's awesome, and I also like that we're continuing the Animander Reich tradition of just aura farming when there's a big fight to be had. So they have the divers come on them, and they're like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you," and then he realizes who they are, and he's like, "Actually, I think we're good.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt whatever you're doing here."
Yeah.
So that was cool.
What an intro! What an intro!
I like that because I've told you before. I like those like larger than life characters, who have Ikariam
bigger than their own
and
myth.
Mappo.
Those are your favorite characters.
Kind of been like established in that in that realm also, right? So that's fun for me. I really enjoyed that. Pretty much immediately cemented them as the storyline I'm most interested in.
They're a great storyline.
It was awesome to get back to Crocus and Fiddler and Kalam and kind of see what they've been up to. Fiddler,
their dynamic's pretty funny now, isn't it?
Yeah, I really like Fiddler's POV. That he's fucking hates boats.
He's so good pissed. In this book, dude. He's so good in this book.
He's so funny. His inner thoughts are so funny.
I picked Fiddler for the draft in the last book, but I realized during the draft, I was like, people don't know Fiddler like I know.
He's
Fiddler.
cool now,
right?
And so
he'll be a more popular pick for the Deadhouse Gates.
For sure.
Probably. But yeah. So
and he fucking killed a Gyarados.
Oh my god, that was amazing. So I love that they're like telling Crocus what this is. This sea monster. It's huge. It's this. I mean, remember how big was the head? Did it say how many? Like 20 arm spans or something?
The size of a house.
It's like a ocean dragon, basically. That's about, and it literally is a magic sea monster that notices them and is like, "Oh, I gotta kill you because you saw me here," and then it's coming to eat them.
And Fiddler's like, "Hey, you don't have to do this."
Right.
And if anybody ever says, "Hey, you don't have to do this," run.
Well, I think it's funny because my assumption is that from the Soul Taken's perspective, it would have been like begging for his life, but in reality, he's trying to warn you, like, don't fuck with me. And then he just shoots him with a fucking bomb, and he explodes. And
technology, dude. Technology's legit.
Explodes. Well, it's like in a lot of fantasy that once technology is introduced of some variety, it immediately becomes a game changer, right? So in so much of Malazan what we've seen so far, the primary conflict has been some magic. We have like swordsmen, but the guy with the exploding arrows is always going to be a capable opponent.
Yes.
And he's that type of character that doesn't give one singular shit about fighting with honor or any of that stuff. So he's just going to shoot him and be done with it.
That's why Big Burners win.
He's trying to survive. Dude.
Yeah,
he's just a soldier. He's a Marine,
which is awesome. That's an awesome perspective. And so, that was super fun introduction to their storyline. But also, they're going to kill the Empress. And I like how Crocus is like, wait a second. I thought we were taking her home. I thought I was going to go hang out with my new girlfriend in her house. And instead, we're committing regicide.
And I love Absolar's like, no, it's okay, babe. Let's go with them.
It's fun.
Crocus is like, shit, dude. We're traveling with these two old dudes. I think one of these old dudes might like you a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. But also, like, Absolar is aware of the fact that she still has some of these abilities from Cotillian's possession. So it's like, she's a valuable asset still. And, you know, it's just interesting. Plus, we also get the bit that Kalam, in a drunken stupor, told Crocus a lot about their, like, background.
Oh shit! We get something here in this chapter that is a reveal.
Yeah, I'm flipping back to it.
Oh, we get more of the story. We get more of the story of how Quickbin and Kalam joined the Bridge Burners.
Yeah, so they started out on the other side. They were the
Bridge Burners were chasing Quickbin across the desert, and Kalam was hired as their guide. But Kalam was already working with Quickbin, so he was gonna betray them. But Whiskey Jack already knew that.
Of course,
and that's all we get right now. That's all we get.
Of course, he did.
Whiskey Jack, dude.
Yeah, the line is literally, "You were in the company to chase Quickbin across the holy desert, Naraku. Kalam was your guide. Only he and Quick were planning to betray you all. But Whiskey Jack already worked that out." And then Fiddler just like, "Shut the fuck up."
Hey, Kalam, what the fuck?
Right. I just love that Kalam was the one who got drunk and told him, because it definitely seems like a Fiddler move.
Yeah,
that's very
seems like a Crocus move is what it seems like.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying one of them. If I was going to pick one of them to get drunk and divulge like sensitive secrets, it wouldn't have been Kalam. But that's very funny that he's the one that did it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chapter 1 is a lot of introduction, like you said. So it's throwing a lot at you.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like
we do get a much more. It's Gardens of the Moon-esque. And
yeah, it is.
Which I think is great, because we needed that tension broken from between for the prologue and chapter 2. We needed some. Is there any lightness in this book? And then we get Icarium and Mappo, and we're like, okay, so they're
the best. The best.
They're our ray of light. They're they're fine. Nothing bad can happen to them. Like
nothing
they're like
will.
Nothing will. And they're, I mean, these desert wolves were like scary dudes, and he did such a good job with their voice too, but scary. And then they're just like, Icarium's like, I don't want to kill you, dude.
Yeah.
And Mappo's
let
like,
us go.
Please don't do this. And you're like, why is Mappo freaking out so much? What's going on here? What's the dynamic?
Mappo knows something we don't know.
Also, did we talk about?
We need to touch on Duiker real quick.
That's what I was going to say. I was just looking.
Yes. We need to touch on that before we move on. So let's
get Duiker and not Diker. I'll tell you that right now.
It's like,
did he say Diker in the audiobook?
He says Diker.
Oh, that's weird.
I was like, I can come up with 3 pronunciations for this name off the top of my head, and none of them are Diker. So I don't know where that came from.
Diker.
So
I wouldn't even know who he was talking about if I was listening to the audiobook. I'd be like, who?
Well, I didn't. I listened to chapter 1
I guess for you,
audio.
Diker.
And in chapter 2, I was reading some of it, and I was like, "What the fuck is Duker?" Yeah. So Duker, or the historian, and Malik Rel. We get introduced to them, and kind of introduced to
and
that
the Wiccans.
whole the Wiccans, and that whole bit with Coltane taking over as the new Fist, which Coltane seems like a fun guy. I'm excited about Coltane.
Super fun.
Here's a picture of him. That's Coltane. Courtesy of our artist.
Oh, is that Jason's?
Yeah. Yeah, I ordered some bookmarks from him.
Need to check out some of Jason's art. It is incredible. That Rake.
So there's Rake.
Coltane.
There is a character I don't think I've met yet.
I love that one.
Love this.
Oh
scene.
my god!
That's why I had to buy the bookmark.
That is Yadan Darag, and y'all don't know who that is. Neither of you, right?
No, that's
just
free,
wait.
Right? So yeah, but the scene is so sick. I was like, I gotta have this. But then he threw this one in because he knew we're in Deadhouse Gates, so he threw in complimentary this Coltane bookmark.
Why wouldn't you have picked that one on your own, Will?
Because I didn't know Coltane yet. When I ordered these, we had not started Deadhouse Gates.
Noah, don't.
Maurice knows where I'm going. Will doesn't know where.
Shut the fuck up. But there's Coltane.
Kentucky, and you didn't pick that one. I want what?
He does look like the guy. Noah, stop it. He does look like the guy who is the Native American who cries when the trash. I just remember it from the Simpsons episode. I don't.
Oh yeah.
What?
I know it's based on a real commercial. That's a littering. I think it's like anti-littering or something, and it's like
when he's on the horse, he's on the side of the road, and
it's just like a tear. A tear goes down his face. That's what he kind of looks like. There's also Jason has an incredible piece where a person. Oh, I could say. I'll say it later. Well, no, I'll say it now.
He has an
I
aquarium.
won't say. Never mind.
He has an aquarium.
There's a guy fighting a polar bear.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think someone already let slip who that is. In the
I like the ones he does with the boobs.
Well, we can't say who that is either, but he does have a naked lady.
Let's get more of those. Can we get a naked Rake too?
Ooh. The girlies would go crazy.
Jason will be listening to this, so yeah.
Hey, Will.
You know what Noah wants.
Jason, your art is incredible, dude.
Boobies and bing bongs.
Boobies and bing bongs. Well, that's the episode title. So
big old foot long dongs, baby. Let's do it.
Okay. Things to remember. Let's do it. Let's go to chapter 2.
Things to remember. Okay, everybody. Mappo and Ikariam are two buddies on a road trip, wandering the world. What do we know?
Just having a good time.
I know way too much about them, and I need to be careful.
Just don't say. That's why I didn't want to say anything.
Mappo packs their entire camp into what? If anybody's a D&D player, it's a fucking bag of holding. Yeah. He's got a bag of holding, which is sick. We meet one soul taken, and 2 divers. The soul taken is the one that Fiddler kills. And then, we don't meet Grillin, but we hear about Grillin. Grillin sounds terrifying because he's 1,000 rats.
Icky.
He is 1,000 rats. Imagine that. Being attacked.
I don't know. Some people like rats.
1,000 rats. Some people like rats.
I bet there's rat people listening to this.
Rylandaris is the desert wolves, who I think is there's a character like this in another book. I think maybe even in he's the Surratt of this book. I feel like he just shows up and gets his ass kicked, and he's kind of showing you power scales for other people. Like know that he's powerful, and then.
By the way, real quick, this is Jason's Ikariam.
It's amazing.
That's really good.
That's a great Ikariam. Maybe the best Ikariam I've ever seen, Jason.
So, there you go. Noah. You know what
I'm not trying to get on Jason's good side.
I'll buy anything.
I need to buy some. I don't use bookmarks, but... I
want to get to that dragon scene so I can buy a print of that one. I don't know what
Yes.
I can't buy that yet because I haven't gotten to it.
And then we do learn a little bit about how Quickbin and Callum, we already talked about that. Apsalar is still, she's kind of a big deal. Oh, Kalam is, he was confirmed here, a Seven Cities assassin who, when he joined the Malazan Empire, was offered the position of a claw master, which means he was able to, like, he's that good. Kalam is that good. And then we also reveal Quickbin and Callum's plan. Ultimately, is to go kill Lysine. We know that basically Callum can break something and teleport Quickbin there. We don't know how it works, but he's his quote-unquote shaved knuckle. This is a thing.
Shaved knuckle in the hole.
Yes. This is a thing that you will hear a lot. Knuckles is a game they play in Malazan. They basically roll bones. I think it's dice, basically. It's like a dice game.
It's dice, yeah.
It's like liar's dice.
And a shaved knuckle is a weighted dice. So it's a cheat code. So when he says we have a shaved knuckle in the hole, that means we have a cheat. We have an auto win property that we're taking into this. So that's what we got.
A knuckle in the hole is the dirtiest thing that I could imagine saying out loud. So.
Wow! Why did I never make that connection even a little bit? A knuckle in the hole. I was about to Google it. Thank God I didn't.
How many knuckles? Yeah, don't Google
knuckle in the hole.
Google it.
Wow.
Knuckle in the hole is at least that. It's at least that much right there.
Yeah. That's a booty hole. That's a reference to the booty hole for sure.
Yeah.
I refuse to believe that if this came up at a D&D table, nobody made that joke.
All right.
Yeah. I can't believe I didn't see it. Okay.
What do
chapter
we do?
2.
Yep. Chapter 2. Here we go. In Hisar, Duiker sees Drajna symbols everywhere. Am I saying that right? Drajna?
It was
Drajna.
You guys know what I mean. You guys know.
Yeah. You said it good.
Seeing these symbols everywhere and realizes rebellion is imminent. Right as a prophet screams about 2 fountains of blood and drops dead. He reunites with Coltane and crew, learns Wiccan souls reincarnate via crows, important and terrifying, and meets Sormo and Nath, a boy carrying a dead warlock soul. Malik Rel downplays the danger while quietly pulling strings, but Coltane knows better and puts Duiker on his staff. Duiker also asks Culp to help rescue Haboric from the Utterum Wines. A ratatat.
Yes.
The Elritan, the red blades are brutal, so Fiddler rescues 2 girls and meets Kimlock, a Tano spirit walker who instantly clocks him as a bridge burner and warns about the Path of Hands. He offers to sing their legend, ascendancy level magic. Fiddler wisely says no and takes a magic conch instead. Kalam secures Desert Passage by stealing the holy book of Drajna to deliver to Shaik. Then we learn his contacts sold him out to the Red Blades. Elsewhere, Mappo and Ikariam survive a diver's attack, and Ikariam's brief killing frenzy confirms he's a walking disaster waiting to remember why. That's chapter 2.
Beautiful. Beautifully put.
We should be able to get through this one quick. This one's not too crazy.
Yeah. The next 2 are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
With your best shot.
Let's see. Where to start here?
This is where my recaps. This is where my recap stopped fitting in one message.
Yeah, so we had to start doing continued. Okay. Yeah, so this storyline feels like a lot of it, kind of central on like some political intrigue, backbiting kind of stuff. With Duiker, there's lots of like history with these characters that we're not totally privy to. So I have kind of accepted with this storyline as it goes. I'm not going to know much at this point, which is fine. I'm just along for the ride. The Duker.
Talking about Duker, the
storyline, and Coltane.
It's interesting that you say that, because I feel like that shifts at some point where this is the more straightforward storyline, and the others get a little more like, what the fuck? That's interesting.
Well, all I mean is at this point, I'm looking through your recap here too. At this point, we don't know a lot about these characters yet, right? So we're learning as we go, like kind of who they are and how they're connected, and the part they play.
To set up.
Yeah,
there's a lot.
For instance, with Coltane, we learn kind of who he is and his history. I really enjoyed getting the Dujek backstory here of how he lost his arm.
Yeah,
that was fun.
And Bolt, it's so interesting. He introduces Bolt, who I instantly love, who basically he's like, Dujek took my beauty and my horse took his arm, is so funny.
Yes.
And you're like, we love Dujek. How can I love Bolt and Dujek? But I think
it's the thought of like, these two would probably be friends if they weren't on opposing sides,
Right.
Like,
right. And they are on the same side now. Oh, no, they're not.
No, they're not. Not anymore. Because Dujek is a traitor now. So.
Yep.
But
he's still so pissed. Yeah. He took my beauty. Well, you took his arm, bro. Like, come on.
I think you're even, honestly. I really love Coltane.
You love those characters, dude.
Yeah. I love all these characters in this storyline. I just don't know anything about them yet. So, or at this point, the whole thing with the Seventh Army, and we're getting like acquainted with Pormqual.
Oh, Pormqual.
That's here. Pormqual.
That bitch.
So
and Rallick Mel, or not Malik Rel.
Malik Rel. Rallick's a different character. Malik and Rallick.
Yep, that was wild.
So we get that whole sequence where, Rel is kind of telling them like to march overland, and they're like, that's a retreat, and he gets thrown out, which is a really fun
JC's
sequence.
Like Robin, y'all read Robin Hobb, right? Assassin's Apprentice.
I actually haven't. I actually have not.
What the fuck?
I knew.
You need to. Dude.
You knew this.
What? I feel like
we talked about this.
I must have cleaned it out of my brain. I must have cleaned it out of my brain because I cannot believe.
I told you it was on. So I made that list of series that I feel like I agree.
Your list is you are so unread in fantasy. I know that
I'm less unread than you think. I just haven't read some of the big ones. But
he only reads lit fic.
I think you'll love Robin Hobb because I feel like it's kind of right up your alley, especially if you love classic lit. She has that same very similar vibe. She's very character driven writer, but she writes villains, and you fucking know, and they're the worst people in the whole fucking world. And that's the vibe I get immediately from Malik Rel, is that this guy sucks, and he's Regal to me. If you know who Regal is, Malik Rel is Regal. Fuck Regal.
We hate Regal.
Fuck Malik Rel. That's immediate vibes. I'm like, this guy sucks.
I mean, yeah,
Will probably likes Regal. Will would probably like
Will's
Regal.
Will's gonna hate Regal, dude. Aren't you pro Lysander, Brisky Jack?
I'm not pro Lysander. I mean, I don't hate him. I do have a painting of him.
He's a great character.
He's
a great character.
He's a fantastic. It's just him. He's just the best character that Pierce Brown has ever written. So
it's so funny. As someone who has not read the second series of Red Rising, I'm like, why do you guys hate this little boy so much?
Dude, the second series.
I know, and I love him.
The second series is better than the first, in my opinion.
I think overall, probably, yeah.
Well, I mean, I could get into that, but book one being a 3-star does take that down a little bit. So,
oh Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of book one of Red Rising.
Yeah, it's kind of
I went through it to get to book 2 and 3, but I'm not a fan of book one. Yeah,
I feel differently about it now than I did in 2014 when I read it originally.
You like it more or less?
The second
series I like it less.
Is very strong. It's very grimdark. It's like grimdark sci-fi. It's grimdark science fantasy is what it is.
You'll get to it. And you'll love Lysander with me. You'll join the army.
Okay.
There's 4 to 5 of us.
I was gonna say Darrow's not my favorite, so it's possible.
No, Darrow fucking sucks, dude. I hate Darrow.
Who was it? Somebody posted that the best 10 characters in Red Rising. They did it like yesterday, and I was like, "This is insane. This is insane ranking because it's like it's who you think they would pick if they'd never read the series, and it's like." Number 1, Darrow. Number 2, Cassius. Number 3, Virginia. Number 4, Victor. I'm like, no, hold up. It's very obviously Severo, Ragnar, Apple. Like, give me a break. Those are 1, 2, 3. Don't.
That's just
Victor.
All that ranking just sounds like people who you like the most, not who are the best characters.
Like people who have the most screen time is what it is. It's like who has the most lines is the question. Then sure.
One of those names you said doesn't have much screen time anymore.
I already know. That's not
spoilers.
That's one. I'm just saying that there are certain spoilers with that series that you just can't avoid.
I know because people are like, "Oh my god, I loved him so much."
They post videos of themselves
Shut
crying
the fuck up.
Or her, guys.
Or her. Other series. I loved her so much.
That person.
Jesus.
Anyway,
you can if you're like me and you get the arc for Lightbringer, and so you read it first.
Are we bragging about arcs? Do I need to go to my shelf, or what are we doing right now?
We don't need to get Noah bragging about arcs, everybody.
Hey, I have that Sanderson arc that's pretty cool, but I didn't get it sent to me. I bought it secondhand.
You bought an arc? That's such a funny concept. Buying an arc.
Here's the thing. Okay, the reason I bought it, I went to St. Vincent de Paul.
Illegal, by the way.
Whoever said that in the chat. It's not illegal. It's just not supposed to. You're not supposed to sell it. Buying it is actually not the problem.
No, selling it's illegal. It's like drugs.
But
I would never sell an arc.
But anyway, this person in the book club was like, "Hey, go check out St. Vincent de Paul if you enjoy finding thrift books." Okay, cool. So I went to one here in the city. I'd never been before. They have a bookshelf. I shit you not. It's 2 shelves. That's nothing, right? There's like no books there. But randomly, there's an arc for Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson just wedged in there. I was like,
that is random.
The fuck? How did this get to Louisville? Like, what is this doing here?
That's the first Brandon Sanderson book I ever read.
So I took
Steelheart?
it, man.
It's pretty good. It's good.
Got it for
it's
$1.
YA.
Yeah.
It's a good YA.
It's very funny.
I read it years ago.
There are certain things in that arc. It must have come out like before the book did, because there are certain things in it that are just like X's because they're placeholders. Like the
that's old school arcs. They don't do that anymore. They don't do that anymore.
The dedication's not in there. It's like TBD. Because he hadn't.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yet. Yeah, because it was like 2013.
That's the first thing I write.
So.
My favorite arcs, if anybody's into arcs, you should try to get Matt Dinneman's arcs because he always writes like a message to the arc readers in there. And they're always just the funniest shit ever, but it never gets published.
That's funny.
So they're always so good. And
that's so cool.
It's just so
that
Matt too. It's
loves doing
so
secret content. Well, you know that did you know that the hardbacks from Barnes and Noble have post-credit scenes?
Yes.
I did not know that.
The penguin ones, the ace. Sorry, well, ace is penguin.
The ace ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's one thing I will say with that series is the audiobook is so good, but I love the covers. So if I was ever going to get them, like I'd have to get both.
I've never read it. I've never read a Dungeon Crawler Carl book. I've only
read
listened.
7.
I'm not.
I did read the 7.
Yeah.
I love the new covers. Those old covers, I hated them. I used to talk.
They're so bad. They're good though. They're so bad. They're good. That's what I love.
They're like a game. They're very. Yeah. If you like, they're very fitting for that.
Oh, time out. If you really want to be mad, go look up the original Dungeon Crawler Carl. There's an original. There's a one before the one that you hate. It's kind of gray and black. You'll see it. You are gonna lose your shit.
Which original on here? It just brings up the
Let me here. I will.
The one everybody.
Oh my god!
I'm taking a picture. I'm taking a picture of this in case we need to cut.
Is this the one where is that the same guy who wrote the gross kaiju book at the bottom?
Oh, here. No. Yes, this. Yeah,
oh my god, it looks so bad.
It's so bad.
Oh, that's bad.
It's so bad. Look at Carl's face, dude.
God.
What happened?
So bad.
Why did he let this go to print? Holy crap!
So
he looks like a melted action figure.
This was Dungeon. You got to understand, Dungeon Crawl, Carl. For him, all it was a Royal Road side project. He was just doing it for fun. So it was never supposed to be like a thing. So, and then I guess something happened. He was talking about it yesterday. Something happened during the pandemic. He needed some money, so he just posted it to Amazon. So he just did like a quick cover and just put it up, and then it blew up. So this was like the cover for like 3 days.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but
I do love
a shit ton of money.
This cover
they're
so
good.
much.
They're good.
People who
Bounce
show
House
these
is
covers,
so good
I'm
too.
like, you're insane. This cover's beautiful. Yeah. Like I'm obsessed with it.
Have you seen Bounce House's cover? That is so good.
Yeah, I do
good.
like
I
that
love
one
it.
too. I like that one as well.
Yeah,
sorry, Jordan. We have been off track for like 25 minutes.
Yeah, I know Noah has a heart out today, so let's we can get back to
okay,
where are we?
What are we on? I don't know.
We were in chapter 2.
Let's do 2 things to remember.
Yeah, just do the quick.
Okay,
just do the things to remember, and we'll go on to.
Oh God,
this is just a setup chapter. This is a setup chapter.
You have to remember. Remember that Fiddler met a Thanos spirit walker, who's basically a fucking bard, who can infuse things with song, and the magic is so powerful that it can make people ascend to godhood.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that. Also remember, second thing,
you got enough fucking cameras on that phone?
Jesus.
Samsung, man. Samsung for life. This is why
I need 28 cameras on my phone.
You got just those. That's all you need.
Nah, dude. This is the way.
Your picture your picture will still look grainier than mine if we put them side by side. I'm convinced.
Bullshit. Let's do it. Hey, you got an iPhone, right? You can't change your fucking home screen? How about that?
You can now. You can now.
You can now? Oh, I didn't know you could do that yet.
Yeah, for about a year. So you're a little late on that joke, but I'll give it to you.
Well, about a year is not that late in terms of... I mean, y'all are like 5 years behind tech-wise.
Look, people with iPhones don't give a shit where their apps sit.
No, you know how I get to an app?
I just search. I pull down and search.
Bro, do you even have a home button? Does your phone even have a home button? I don't think it does.
You can set it. You can set a home button if you want. There's a free button now.
There's an action button. You can just. It's this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all are just catching up to Samsung. We've had that forever.
Oh my God. Listen, why do
I have the Kindle app?
Listen,
I have the Kindle app.
Anytime I make fun of a Samsung, anytime I make fun of an Android person thing, all they do they have to go to fucking war for their Android phone, and I'm just so happy I don't have to go to war for my phone.
I just sent that one GIF of the Android eating an apple.
Yeah. Yes, it's so edgy. I can't.
Edgy.
Every time it makes me so sad I don't have an Android phone.
He sends that, and then he also sends PC Master Race memes from 2012 on
Reddit. Yeah. Me? Fuck you guys. Listen.
You don't use Linux? You don't use Linux?
Y'all are I use Firefox. No, I use Chrome. Y'all are materialistic, elitist pieces of shit, and you know it. You pay double what I pay for a less good phone. So suck a dick.
I make triple what you make. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh, God damn it.
Y'all, Noah, this is Noah.
You're really not beating the elitist allegation with your hat fucking sitting on top of your head saying, I make
this is Noah, guys.
Jesus.
It's because I have an iPhone. It's because I have an iPhone.
Noah is poor shaming me. He's poor shaming me.
Yeah.
And that's not even to say, you know what he's doing inadvertently? He's inadvertently poor shaming Will.
Uh-huh.
No. I'm just poor shaming you.
Yeah.
I'm just poor shaming you. I would never poor shame an actual poor person.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Hold on.
Jesus
remember,
Christ.
Remember Mesrem. Oh, remember Pust. Pust is Pust. Iskarel Pust. He isn't our new crew. But is he?
He's the weird little guy.
I'm gonna post in the book club real quick. I'm gonna apologize ahead of time for this episode.
He got a little heated about iPhones. He said Android users are so fucking pissy when you get mad at them, and then he fucking came for my throat.
You just proved the point,
bro. What? You got heated. I stayed chill.
I made a cute little joke about your 48 cameras on the back of your phone. You have a camera for each megapixel.
Yeah, you made a really cute joke about how rich you are and how poor everybody else is. It was really cute and funny, and not at all.
Don't twist my words.
Very demure.
I'm not apologizing.
I make triple what you make. Those were your words.
Oh shit. Also, guys, everybody, shut up. Sorry, Jordan. Servant.
Oh yeah,
servant.
I have a theory. Can I say what the theory is? I don't know.
Yeah, say your theory, because you don't know.
Okay, this is probably like super fucking wrong, but because he has the weird arms, my theory is that this is so stupid, but it was what popped in my head, is that he was grown from Dujek's arm, dismembered arm.
I'm trying my best not to make like a what the fuck face.
I love that theory.
It's a good one. No, I was just apologizing for it. I was saying I wasn't apologizing. I never apologize for what I say. I'm apologizing for us just going off the rails a lot this episode.
Okay.
That's what the apology was.
I never apologize for what I say.
No, if I actually hurt someone's feeling, for the most part, I hope people know that I joke a lot. And usually I'm not serious. You'll know when I'm serious.
Ladies and
assume everything else is just me being ridiculous.
I know it's hard to get under Noah's skin. I know many of you have tried. But the way you do it is you let him get mad. You let him get mad. And then you stay chill, dude. I was a debate kid, right? This is the first lesson you learn. Put him on tilt. Put him on tilt. This is
first off, I'm the
off.
master of putting people on tilt.
Which
you are.
Putting Noah on tilt is just having an Android phone. Have an Android phone and he'll get on tilt.
That's all you got to do. Turns out,
look, if your Android, if it had 3 or less cameras, I wouldn't even care. When you got the fucking alien eyes on the back of your phone, it's like, come on, we get it. Well, how many? You need to take 5 pictures at once?
I've got really good zoom capabilities.
Oh, look at
his eyes. Ladies and gentlemen, look at his eyes.
Look, I do want to say, despite all this talk, I do use a Canon for all my content, so it's not like...
I know, I'm buying it. Anyway, so here's the thing. Guess what? Now we just got to get Will heated, and all 3 of us have gotten heated this episode. How do we get Will mad? I feel like that's impossible.
Oh.
I've never seen Will mad.
We can easily get going here.
Do it.
We'll get to it. Let's read chapter 3 because we still have 3, 4, and 5 to do.
I have one of those magnets. I didn't even know.
Yeah. What are we showing does mine look like Halo 2, dude? Tell me.
It does. Yes.
It's Master Chief, baby.
I never played Halo, so I'm not a fucking...
How have you never played Halo, but you wrote Cello's Gate? I don't understand. It's so Halo coded at so many times. You need to play Halo.
It's gonna get me fucking heated. That's what's gonna fucking do it right there.
You know what gets me heated is Fallout 76, and Will's wearing a shirt that says Fallout 76.
Can I explain the shirt really quick, and then we'll get back on target?
Yeah.
Please justify your shirt.
So I was a manager at GameStop when this game came out, and they gave us free shirts.
You would be a manager at GameStop.
Yeah, I was, and I was really into it, so I was that guy. Anyway, I had this. They gave us these shirts, and they never gave us anything that was halfway decent. It's like a pretty good T-shirt, so I still wear it.
How old is that?
How old is this shirt? When did that game come out? 2019. So
Not that old. Hey, let me ask you this: is it Heather?
Yeah, it is. It's like a heathery.
Heather's the best shirt style.
It's the best. Yeah, absolutely.
Fears the Mind Killer came out with a Dungeon Crawler Carl shirt, and I was like, I bought 2 shirts from him. Both times I said, "Hey, dude, can you get this in a Heather?" And he was like,
I had to pause this.
Yeah,
and take this
and he
call.
just
They've
dropped
called
me a link.
times.
Oh, here, I'll read the recap while he's taking this phone call.
Yeah, sweet.
That's a good idea. In the chapter 3, in the Otteral Mines, Felicen survives by sleeping with a slave boss, Benneth, to protect herself. Bowden and Haboric, she's 16. It's horrific. And it breaks everyone involved. Haboric works himself towards death, suspects Otteradal is magically made, and Felicen feels increasingly abandoned as Bowden and Haboric plan something without her. Poor girl. In Hisar, Malik Rel leaves with the fleet. Coltane outmaneuvers the Red Blades with a public standoff and secretly trains the 7th for riots and refugee control. Because he knows rebellion is coming, Duiker helps the army finally win a mock battle, which feels ominous. In Irlatan, Kalam is hunted. Fiddler and Kalam split over the Book of Dryjna. Crocus reveals Apsalar might be used as a weapon, and Moby the monkey disappears.
No.
Elsewhere, Iskarel Puss hunts spiders, while Mappo hides ancient secrets about Icarium and the Nameless Ones. Everyone's suffering, and it's only getting worse.
Ugh.
Yeah. Okay, so let's just start with the most horrific.
Felicen?
Felicen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'll say this, and Noah, you probably can relate to this. Having daughters makes these chapters not super fun to read at times.
So, like a child, she's a child,
and she's 16, right? That's right.
Yeah. She just turned 16. So.
That's right, like a week ago or something. Yeah. And you learn about what she's had to do to keep her little party safe. Yeah, it's horrific. I mean, it is genuinely horrific. And
it's
I have
so
seen
lightly
people
touched on too, because she not only
it's not gratuitous. I've seen people complain before reading this series about it, that there are times it's got a lot of like rape and sexual assault in it. If this is kind of the standard to which that is covered, I would say it's done.
It is not
pretty sensitively. It's not okay.
There is.
Yeah, I mean,
Erickson doesn't shy away from any atrocity, including the horrors of sexual assault. And I understand why that can be triggering. There is a lot. He never fridges a girl for a male character's development, but he does put characters through terrible, terrible, terrible things, and they can be hard to read about. And this really starts you off, because this Felicen story, especially in this first book, is pretty fucking rough. But there are rough parts of other books.
What's funny is I have seen people, and I'm not going to say who it is because it's not anybody that's like significant, but I have seen the comment made that this situation with Benneth is not rape because she went to him.
Did somebody say that in our club?
No, it was somewhere else. And it was like a Reddit thing. And I want to just make very clear that it's absolutely 100% still rape.
Drugs her.
Yeah, well, so I guess where this is coming from is that she's like,
he's also twice her age, and
yeah, I mean, and he's like, the whole comic, like,
shit.
You'll learn to like it, you'll learn to enjoy it. It's like, it's so gross and so like reprehensible. Like, I want to make sure everybody understands, like, Benneth is not being portrayed as like anything other than a monster here. I just want to make that.
We don't need to defend him. There's no reason to defend him.
No, and Erickson's not trying to. Like, I don't think there's anything in this text that would make anybody think that this is anything other than a grown man raping a child. And
pointing to the fact that Bennett is a slave also is not that he's in charge of the slaves.
Yeah.
Like he is in a position of power. He uses that power readily. He drugs a girl, he traffics her, and he rapes her.
After chapter 4, there's really no excuse for him after chapter 4.
No.
We'll get into that. I mean,
this is a really, really horrible person doing a horrible thing.
He's like, can you just fake it, powerless. Please?
Yeah,
I want to hear you. I want to hear. It's like, what the fuck?
It's fucked up. So I just want to get that out of the way right now. So it's because I have seen that opinion floated online.
And that's wild opinion.
Not cool.
That's like people who vote for Donald Trump.
Don't be the guy who's like, well, it wasn't really rape. Don't be that guy.
Bellison is like, it's certainly it's not even a gray area. It's like a murky black, like
she's a fresh high school sophomore.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is a child.
These are the same people that defend the treatment of Sansa and Daenerys in the game of the Song of Ice and Fire. Like, these are the same people that do that. And it's like,
there are people who say that Daenerys and Drogo's a love story. It is not.
I would like to point out these people are usually people who have never had sex.
Yeah.
That is the main.
Well, this is what happened in history is such a misnomer as well. And also it's fantasy,
it was bad
bro.
then.
There
it was really bad
here.
then too.
Right. The truth is 16-year-old girls are constantly predated by older men. And it's bad when it happens here. The fact that we grew up in the early 2000s and we had countdown timers on mass media for girls turning 18 is fucked up. Totally
I remember seeing the countdown timers for Miley Cyrus turning 18. Yeah. They were on big websites. They had one
as recently as Millie Bobby Brown.
Really? Ugh.
They were counting down Millie Bobby Brown.
Sorry, that wasn't aimed at Millie Bobby. That was
I don't think Millie's listening. You're good.
No,
I don't mean that. I don't want people to think that I was
if she is though, what up
about her? I was saying the thing that they did is disgusting. Yes, hello Millie.
I think Shuds. Hello Millie. We're gonna say sorry Jordan. Hello Millie.
Right.
Hey, Millie.
Shuds on the internet who think it's okay to sexualize an underage girl, who think that Leonardo DiCaprio dating a 19-year-old is chill and cool because she's legal. Fucking something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you.
Let's get fuck Bennett shirts. I'll talk to Courtney. Fuck
Bennett, dude.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, I'm 35 years old.
I'll get a sticker.
I can't tell anybody under 23. I'm like, you're a child, basically in my brain. Yeah. I can't tell. I can't even tell how old you are. You might as well be 12. There's I don't know, dude. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked. Oh, I'm gonna get heated again. We got to move on.
Yeah. Okay. I was just saying that the storyline is
Bennett is bad.
Bennett is a bad guy, and this storyline can be triggering. Okay, that's all.
Right.
Yes.
Let's talk about.
If you don't believe Will, go read chapter 4 because Steven Erikson is very clear about Bennett being a piece of shit.
Yes. And he uses Haboric and Bowden to point out how them trying to explain to Felice no, this is not worth you protecting us.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Hebrew is literally
the whole point.
It's telling her, please stop doing this.
It's like I don't want a break. I will go die doing what they have me doing instead of you getting raped by this guy.
But it's very interesting because Fellison does the same thing with Haboric, where she tantalizes him, she spreads out and shows her breasts to him, and she sees
he's
him
like, what the fuck are you doing?
And he's he gets mad. He's like, fuck, I'm not like this. I don't want to I'm not trying. This is ridiculous. And he kind of gets flustered and leaves. And I think very interesting to show that
she takes it as a rejection too, which I think is super interesting. we've talked before with Crocus about how well Erikson writes teenagers, right? He writes that age very, very well.
Yeah.
And I think that his POVs can be really strong. And I think that there's maybe an element of this where people could read Felison's reaction to certain things as the truth of them. And it's important to remember that that is not the case.
Yes.
So she has a perspective.
Yes.
She is convincing herself that Benneth wants her and she can be with him and like live with him and have a relationship with him. And that by doing that, she's protecting Hebrew. She is rationalizing and protecting herself. And that is not the objective truth of the scenario, of the situation.
Because she is an adolescent whose frontal cortex is not fully developed. She is an idiot.
She's been forced into a position where she's literally giving her body away for protection. So she's protecting herself. And then Heberick is trying to tell her this is not okay and that she's hurting herself. And she views that as a rejection from him, which is not accurate. But he is, as an adult in this situation, feeling guilty and powerless and frustrated. So it's important.
Erikson is also, adding on to that, Erikson is the king of writing between the lines. Because for Felison to feel like the only value she has is in her sexuality, it speaks to her past, how men have sexualized her for much of her like post-pubescent life, maybe even prepubescent. And I think it speaks to, on a broad scale, what women go through in our society on a daily fucking basis, where like Felison sees the world, she looks around and all she sees is men trying to, like, wanting to take her and use her. And so she takes that into her own control because she feels like that's the only way to protect herself and protect her family. And it's so fucked, but it's also prophetic because it's such a brilliant social commentary that he does not write. He does not spell it out for you, but it's there. It's written into this book. And it's beautifully done.
I think it's a situation, we talk a lot about trusting Erikson. Trust the author. Like, he will give you what you need. But that's a situation where he's doing a lot of work in the text of these chapters, these particular scenes. A lot of subtext. And, he's not going to hold your hand through it. But it's there. And if you read this critically and intelligently, that should be what you come to. There should not be people having to go online and defend Benneth because she says she wanted it. Because this is the perspective of a 16-year-old girl in a life or death situation.
It's
so
like
it's not
coercion. This is like textbook coercion, textbook Nightingale syndrome. No, what is it? Not Nightingale.
Stockholm
syndrome.
Grooming?
Yes. I was like, Mockingjay? That's Hunger Games. No.
that's Hunger Games.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah. Another great female character, but we don't have to get into that.
All right, let's move in. Let's talk about Coltane outmaneuvering the Red Blades in a public standoff.
Fucking rockstar, dude. Rockstar shit.
Fucking sick.
Is what this was.
Fucking sick. All right, we got your guys' take on that. Let's move on to.
Well, hold on. I want to say, Coltane. This is like something that Erikson does really well, and he shows master strategy without the character who's doing the strategy putting it in your fucking face.
There's no info dumping. It's just like through an action.
Info dump. Duiker realizes
thank you.
Yeah. Duiker puts two and two together and he's like, holy shit, he planned this. And he wasn't even here. Like, but he knew this was going to happen. And he manipulated the citizens into trusting the Wiccans, which is brilliant. Love it. Anyway, Erliton.
Very sick. Well, let's talk about Duiker a little bit and winning that mock battle. The mock battles are sick. I love those. I love those scenes.
Corporal Liz, dude. Corporal Liz.
Everyone.
So good, dude.
Love that. Yeah.
I think that was brilliant.
Do you like those scenes as a first-time reader? Are those fun?
Yeah, they're good. I like those scenes. Yeah.
I just thought they were interesting because it seems like something that you would just like mention. You would just like mention in a book so people knew they were happening, not actually like write out the mock battles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I love that we get that because it gives you a lot of like information about, you know, some magic stuff, right? And what they're planning for. Like it's foreshadowing so much of what's coming, and just it all comes back around so well. So I'm sure we'll talk about these mock battles again.
He talks about it in a way that it's actually you're not in a mock battle. You're with Duiker and Culp discussing, and it's a weird, like, he's telling you this story, so you're getting this immersion through immersion, which is really really interesting. Crazy. It's like a story within a story, and Erickson does that a lot. But yeah, I love. Do we know what Culp uses? Do we know his magic? Did they say what Warren he is using?
I don't remember.
I don't think they said.
We know that he does illusions. He creates illusions, but I don't know if they've said. I don't think they've said yet what Warren he uses.
I don't think so.
He slow drifts that shit, where like you don't need to know what Warren he's using yet. You just need to know that he's using Warren. Like that's
Nobody needs to know anything about Warrens.
No.
Okay. Crocus realizes Apsalar might be used as a weapon. That's an interesting little tidbit that gives us a little like, oh, what does this mean for the future?
Yep.
Like, oh shit. Okay.
I think it's clear Crocus is getting more than he bargained for on this little trip.
Yeah,
and I wanted to get. I know. I want to get to this just because I think we're going to talk about this for a few minutes. But Iskarel Pusk hunts spiders while Mappo hides ancient secrets about Akarium and the Nameless Ones. That's. What do you think about that, Will?
It's one of those. I don't really know a lot about what's happening.
That's fair.
So
on a reread, it's crazy on a reread. It's crazy on a reread.
Even for you on a reread. So like book 3, this has some payoff by the end of book 3, I guess.
No comment.
By the end of book 2,
if you say that it's good on a reread, then I know it has to be.
You're going to have some closure in this book.
Okay.
Well, I think what he's saying is like. Noah, when you get to the end of this book, if you were to just immediately go back and read Deadhouse Gates, it would be a totally different read because of revelations that happen in this book make so much of what's happening here in this first section really clear. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, even the servant thing, when I was like, oh yeah, servant, I was like, holy shit. And you guys are all going to have a holy shit moment. Eventually, because it's like I totally forgot about the servant thing.
When you texted our group chat, I was like, I haven't gotten there yet, but I know, dude, I know.
Yeah. I know. Will's like, what the fuck are they talking about?
I'm lost.
Servant, I thought it was Dujack's arm.
Dujack's other arm.
I thought it was his arm.
Okay, I know that's probably not accurate,
love it.
but that's a fun theory, right?
That's a fun theory.
It's a very Malazan thing.
It's plausible. Like, I think it's plausible. I think, you know,
having the weird arms, I was like, oh, I bet they grew him out of the arm.
Yep.
So, okay, Iskarel Pusk is fun. I like him a lot. I've said this before, but I know I've said it to Noah. I think I've said it on here before, that there is this thing I heard once that fantasy needs to get back to having weird little guys.
Oh, this is a weird little guy, dude.
And I think Steven Erickson's good at weird little guys because he had Crippled, and now he's got Pusk. Tool's kind of a weird little guy, you know. And like fantasy used to have weird little guys a lot. Gollum being the original, and you know you've got them throughout. If you look through classic fantasy, they all have the weird dudes that just hang around the main characters and like may not ever do anything, but they're always
Erickson is so great at writing a weird little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you need a weird
little guy.
Great. I like it.
Yes.
I like it. Modern fantasy doesn't have enough weird little guys. So,
Iskarel Pusk is a fucking insane person. He's like,
Will, you want to know where weird little guys ended up? They ended up in lit RPGs.
Oh, I guess that's fair, actually.
Yes.
They did. Yeah.
Everyone has a weird little guy.
They are the main characters of lit RPGs.
No, they're not. They're not, though. They're not. You got to trust me. They're not.
You don't think Donut would count as a weird little guy?
Donut does, but Donut
is a weird
basically the main character.
But Carl's the main character.
You read the first book.
Okay, fair enough. I've read
what are you talking about?
350 pages of...
Yeah. of
9 books or whatever.
We've read 10,000 pages. Will's like, listen here, I know the main character.
I'm going to tell you all about it, okay? Yeah.
What do you think about the nameless ones?
I don't know anything about that. That one is
Gray
something
Face is all over again, dog. It's Gray Face is all over again.
Me. We'll see. I'll have an opinion eventually. I don't have one now.
You will.
Yeah.
You will.
Well, okay. You have to understand that sometimes with Malazan, when he throws in a new thing, I just kind of let it go. I don't dwell on it because I'm like, you know what? It will eventually come back around. So
make a note of it and move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Mo, what do we need to remember about this chapter?
Things to remember. Bennett is a piece of shit. Fellison is 16 years old. She's a child. Pella's weird. Some random guard's like, hey, have you ever heard of this quote? And she's like, no. And he's like, well, you should ask around about it. You may have friends who have read history books. And she's like, what? And
in typical 16-year-old girl fashion, she completely ignored him. So.
Yeah, just remember Pella. And then Jewiker helps. I think Noah had it dead ringer for this. This is they won a mock battle, which is a bad omen, and only in Malazan can winning something be a bad omen. And then Kalam's gone. He's taken that book and he's gone off to find Sha'ik because that boy wants to jumpstart the apocalypse for some reason. Well, he wants to make things hard for Lysine. I get it, but it's like, you know. And then Fiddler and Crocus and Apsalar, they take off. Iskarol Pust is hunting spiders. Remember that.
He needs them gone.
Are the spiders? Oh, that might be something.
Just remember it.
Just remember the spiders.
Are they?
He hates those spiders. Okay, they're the bane of his motherfucking existence.
I have another theory.
Yeah, big dog.
Oh, let's hear it. Tell me this theory. I want to hear.
Are they divers? Is that what they are? Is it like a guy who turns into a swarm of spiders and he's like?
Are you asking us to tell you, or do you just want to say?
Tell me. I'm just saying that's what I'm thinking right now that they are. So
interesting theory. Mappo.
Interesting take.
He's a bad boy. And they're looking through shit. They're finding stuff. They're searching through this shadow temple, and they're like, what's going on here?
Oh, these are the smutty books too, right? That's the scene.
Yeah.
They find the books.
Yes, they're like,
they love the smutty
weird books. Akarium's like, he has some weird books here, dude. Like
the nuns, the nuns have their falling apart.
Yeah,
and then there's just smut. It's just smut. And it's like, why is this here?
So Iskarol Pust is a romanticy girly, is what I'm hearing.
Oh yeah, paranormal romance.
Mappo
Monster
is
romance.
Like, Pust is more than he seems, and then Akarium. Oh, Mappo's like, we gotta leave, dude. And Akarium's like, I want to stay. And Mappo's like, fine, I guess.
But so really, Mappo's like, I really need you to listen to me.
Yeah, we get a little bit of insight into their dynamic, where it's like, Mappo is there with him, but Akarium's kind of he's the decision maker. It feels that way, where like Mappo is, he's his companion. But ultimately, if Akarium says we're going to stay, we're going to stay. If Akarium says we're going to go, we're going to go. He's helping Akarium on this mission to discover why he has all this memory loss or what the fuck's going on with him, but we don't know why. And that's chapter, whatever chapter that was. What is it?
That was all right.
Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. That was chapter 3.
Two more, fellas.
I'm going to read chapter 4 right now, and then after I read it, I'm going to blank myself out and go pee real quick, and then I'll be back.
Me too. Will, just take over.
Take over, Will.
I'm going to do it now.
Yeah, go ahead. Go. Chapter 4. In Skull Cup, Felician's situation collapses completely. She's addicted, beaten by Benneth, and used as bargaining currency. When a deal with Captain Sawart goes wrong, Benneth takes it out on her. A Bork patches her up, and we learn Bowden escaped arrest by killing 3 guards. Kalam shelters from a sandstorm at a Malazan outpost, where a deck of dragons reading exposes his mission and paints him as the assassin of Shadow, surrounded by death. The other travelers are Redblades, led by Lorstara Yil, who massacre the outpost and resume hunting Kalam. Elsewhere, Mappo and Ikariam uncover the gate to the Path of Hands beneath Iskarel Puss Temple, tied to ancient elder magic, something Ikariam is close to understanding, to Mappo's horror. Duiker and the Wiccans witness a ritual go disastrously wrong, and divers swarm a dead oasis until Culp knocks Sormo out to stop the chaos. All right, you want to go on? You want to talk about Felicin and Benneth again? I'll wait till Maurice gets back before I go.
So yeah, again, this part was like physically painful to read at times.
Yeah. I think this cements it, right? Like he's
fucking
horrible.
Well, they've said multiple times like he's a big guy, like he's a big, strong dude, and this deal goes a little sideways. He's not really sure what's going on, and so he just like beats the shit out of her and leaves her for dead in an alleyway. Like, I read this as he was fully like okay with killing her right there and then.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, he's a weak man. He is a weak man who has this illusion of strength, and when he's like in this scene, he realizes that he doesn't have information, and this person who he deems as a weak person has information that he doesn't have. And for men like that, especially men like that, it is really hard to feel out of control because they've convinced themselves that they're actually in control. It's got to be like a Dunning-Kruger effect or something.
Yeah, and I mean, he just beats the shit out of her. So again, this and like you learn more about the extent of what he's done. He's gotten her addicted to Durhang, which I don't know what that is exactly, but
I
some
think
sort
it's
of
like
heroin style pipe weed thing. He's gotten her addicted to that. So she's living in this like haze, basically. He is just giving her out to people now as like a favor to them, like to get them on his side. Like he's bribing guards with her.
Yeah.
I mean, it's brutal. A brutal type of exploitation. It's full on like trafficking, sex slavery.
Right.
And so, and like he's doing this solely to accumulate more influence and more power. It's just that's all he's getting out of it. This is not like he needs this. Like he's not doing this to save his own life or anything like that. Like there's no way you can spin this as like a desperation move or anything like that. This is him wanting to do this and seeing an opportunity and someone that he can physically overpower and exploit. So if anybody was trying or like thought maybe there's more to him, there's not. This is him. So he this like I said, this chapter, and I won't lie about it. Like as somebody, I have 3 daughters, this particular storyline is hard at times because I think I'm the type of person that I oftentimes when I'm reading, there are characters and I'll compare them to people in real life. You know what I mean? Like that's just how you do, I think.
Yeah.
And so it's not a for all that Gardens of the Moon had the like the fun crocus on the rooftop storyline. This is like the opposite of that. And so but I think Erickson handles it well. It doesn't feel exploitive to read, like the prose and stuff. So, like you said, he's not fridging her for Benneth's development or Hebrick's development.
Right. This is all about Felicin. It feels like
and
he's
this
not
is
excusing anything either. No. He's not saying like, "Oh, Benneth," but he is then he turns around and he's a hero, so he's actually a good guy. And it's like, no, he doesn't do that.
I do appreciate that. He's not trying to give us any nuance with this character. Like, I think there's another author that we talk about a fair bit who at times does that, right? The characters will, they'll commit horrific acts and then turn around and do something heroic. And the idea is that they're nuanced, deeply, conflicted human beings. And at times that's fine. But like, I think there is something to be said for...
The Hound is a perfect example of that. In the very first book, the Hound runs down a little boy and cuts him in half. And then the baker's boy. And then right before he takes off, he shows up in Sansa's room and all but threatens to rape her, but doesn't. So that makes him a good guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's insane to me. That's insane.
Yeah.
That the choice to not rape is it makes him...
Yeah, it makes you a good guy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bare human minimum.
Right.
Jesus.
Well, and let's be real, talking about the Hound, he is well below the bare minimum of a human being, okay? Like, the things he does, he doesn't do that, but he does plenty of other shit that's horrible.
Yes. He does go on a redemption journey with Arya, obviously there is, but it is like, you never forget. Like, these people are awful, and that's what... There is complexity to Bennett, and that he is this huge guy who is a slave. He is a slave, but he's the boss of the slaves, but he's actually not in power. There is nuance to his character. It's written
But he's not... But we're not nuanced in the way of, like, redeeming him. And I think
exactly.
As an author, you have to make that choice. And I think that...
The nuance doesn't excuse his behavior. It doesn't matter that it was an accident. You still killed somebody. Him. You know?
Right. But I feel like if we're making comparisons, again... And I'm not saying this is even the author. The author is not always the one who... Sometimes fans just put things... They add context where it doesn't exist. But, like, using the Hound as an example, we get these... In the first part of his story, these awful things that he does. Then he kind of goes in this redemption thing. And then he just isn't doing awful things anymore, so it kind of makes you feel like he's just a good guy, you know? And I think that's at times frustrating for me as a reader. Because, like... I want some comeuppance, you know? Like, the character needs to acknowledge that they've done shitty things, like, and then do good things as a choice. And that doesn't always happen.
Yeah. It's not always realistic, for sure. I get that.
Right.
Like, but, like, a big thing, even Joe Abercrombie, who is, you gotta be realistic. You gotta be. The Bloody Nine is a character that works in reverse. It does the opposite. Because you think of Logan Ninefingers, he's your main character. He's your best boy. But by the end of the first trilogy, you're like, oh God, he's a fucking monster. He's a monster. And it's hard because you start out loving him, but he's a fucking monster. And Joe Abercrombie shows you that. Which is like, that's like the opposite. He had a not a villain turn, but kind of. And like,
one of the best lines in that opening in that first trilogy is, "You're the best man I've ever known." You know, we're talking about Logan, and it's so good because we know he's not. We know, and Logan ultimately knows he's not. Which is what makes
we need to do a read of that series. My God, we should do a book club for that one.
Fantastic. Anyway, We're way off track again, but that's all to say.
Yeah,
Bennett sucks. He's horrible. He sucks. Don't try to give me any redemption arc with Bennett. So yeah, he beats the shit out of her, leaves her for dead in an alleyway, and
leaves her for dead. By the way, just leaves her there to die.
Let's be clear, he didn't have to. Even after he beat the shit out of her, he could have very easily. He was in a position to get her nursed back to health. Chose not to. Okay, so like he would have not faced any repercussions for his actions here. Still could have helped her. Chose not to. To be totally transparent. Yeah. And again, then when she's getting healed up, her first thought is that she wants to go back to him, which is so frustrating to read, but so accurate. So real to what people actually do.
Yeah, just look at people in abusive relationships. I mean, it's the same thing.
And again, it's a situation where you do not need to take the the POV of the 16-year-old abuse victim as gospel in terms of what she is seeing. Because she's now drug-addled, like all the time, we've established that. And she's being rented out to soldiers. I mean, like, this is a horribly traumatic experience. Her perspective is going to be skewed, which is
in her perspective, she is choosing this as an act of heroism. She doesn't blame Bennett,
right?
In her perspective, because she's like, well, I offered it to him. And people who are parroting that narrative are just believing the lie that Felicin tells herself that she can deal with her reality, because her reality is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on from Felicin.
The pub in the sandstorm.
Yeah, let's touch on this really quickly. Kalam hiding from a sandstorm, and then the other travelers were actually Red Blades. We had Deck of Dragons mention. Yay! This is our first Deck of Dragons mention, right? In this book, is that real? That seems right.
One.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are we excited? Assassin of Shadow surrounded by death. Kalam. What do you think, Will?
Well, it's not the most complicated reading in the world. That he's in a pretty dangerous situation, like immediately in this moment. And he is literally surrounded by death because of the red. He's
fucked.
I love he bounces it off she bounces it off of Callum. It lands in the spread, and I love that in particular because I have some familiarity with tarot, and my wife has done tarot readings. So I understand, like, what are the things that you don't know unless you are, is like, if something pops out, that's like a divine, it's like considered kind of like, you got to look at that.
It scares the shit out of me, that stuff. It scares me.
But like, I think it's so cool that Steven Erikson is so learned that he knows that. Like, I don't know if he believes any of that, but he knows it. And it's so, because it's like, it's so evident in like the spiritualism and like the religiosity of these people. I just think it's so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah. Well, also because the lady who was doing the reading was a sham. Like, she didn't actually have the ability to do the reading.
Obelisk is dead. Know. The obelisk isn't active in 7 cities, you fucking fraud. Right. Which is like...
and like, reading it, I'm like, oh yeah, obviously. But
obviously.
You fucking nerd.
Okay. So, real quickly... Sorry, let's talk about Mappo and Akarium.
Oh, okay. I thought you were about to tell us
No, nothing
news.
happened. I'm trying to get to chapter 5, and so I can let you guys talk. Then I can grab my daughter off the bus, then come back. That's my situation right now.
Gotcha.
So, chapter 4. So, Deck of Dragons, Assassin of Shadow, and then Mappo and Akarium.
Lostara Yil, and they killed everybody in that fucking, because Callum tricked them by showing he's a claw master. They killed everybody, which is insane. Yeah. Anyway, back to Mappo and Akari. I just want to talk about that because that's fucking nuts. Iskril Pust sends Mappo and Akarium on a quest to find a broom, and Akarium's like, on it. Let's do it.
So I guess I'm gonna go find a broom.
I'm gonna find a broom.
Oh god, yeah. I don't. Again, that storyline, I have no idea what any of it means. I'm just along for the ride. It's
so
with
good.
Those guys.
It's so good.
I love it though. I love the characters. Like, Mappo and Akarium are fun, man. They're so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we also learned that the gate that everybody's looking for is in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Underneath, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. That's
interesting.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, Will?
I don't know. I don't know what to think about any of that. I got no idea. It's gonna be, I'm sure there will come a moment when I go, oh fuck, and like all that pieces together, but right now I'm just looking at a box of puzzle pieces that don't match.
Remember the words, bruh. Malazaster, convergence. That's the words. That's the words.
And we have talked about convergence a lot. Yes.
So
also, let's talk about Duiker.
Go ahead.
Duiker and Sormo and the fucking nightmare of the Talan
I will be right
Warren.
back.
Okay,
Okay.
you go.
I'll
We
be
got
right back.
this. We
You
got
guys
this.
talk about this, and then do things to remember, and then I'll be back.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay, now that he's gone.
What? Fucking loser,
No, I'm just
kidding. He's gonna come back. He'll just like pop back on. Yeah. So they go in the Talan Warren, right? And they basically are like, this sequence was kind of like, I was on audio for this sequence, and I need to go back and read it because it was a little hard to follow in audio at times.
Yeah, I can explain anything you have any questions about too.
So basically, though, they're in the Warren. Sormo's doing his magic stuff, whatever he's trying to do, and they're beset upon by divers, right?
Yeah,
and it's pretty fucking brutal. And then there's a demon there, also fighting. And yeah, I mean, our boy Duiker gets injured. And then they he like punches Sormo to Culp punches Sormo to wake him up because he's like in a trance.
He's like, he just like knocks him out. He's like, "Fuck, hey, wake up!" Or he's like, "You gotta stop this, dude." And Sormo's like, "I can't," and so he just knocks him out, and it like breaks the connection.
Well, so was he basically doing the same thing that Quickbin was doing when he visited Shadowthrone and left his body? Was it a similar kind of practice?
No. So
okay,
what they did was, I believe, so this is all based on my interpretation of what happened, so I could be wrong. If anybody thinks I'm wrong, shut up. No, you can say your thoughts also. But I think what happened was he's like, I'm going to do a ritual. I'm going to connect us to this Warren. And it wasn't because with Quickbin, he just sent his soul out. He like astral projected.
Yeah.
With them, they were actually physically there. And I think that's the big difference. So they actually went into the Warren of Talan because it just kind of like consumed them. And then while they were there, they realized that shapeshifters were using the Warren of Talan to travel to Raraku to get to the path. Hello!
You wave. This is Violet.
Hey, Violet.
Say hi, Violet.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Half day at school.
That's
exciting.
Cool.
Does she look like her daddy?
Yes.
Yeah, she does.
I know.
You're a little
None
fuzzy,
of my kids
but
look like my wife. She's like the cute version of me.
Do you and your wife look similar? I don't think I've ever seen your wife.
No. None of my kids look like my wife.
There y'all are.
Where were you guys at? Where were you guys at?
I came back in now. You were really blurry.
Can she hear us?
She cannot hear you. No, so you guys can cuss.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
She's like, what? Where were we, big dog?
We just...
the
shapeshifters are using the Talan Warren.
The Talan Warren. They're using the Talan Warren. And I kind of describe this as like, this is one of the roads that people are taking on the path to find the gate. So they get in there and they're like, holy shit, all of these fucking divers are in here and they're fighting each other and like attacking each other. So there's a lot here that is important I just learned something that I didn't know by reading it, by Googling. So, very exciting. I'll know when another reveal happens, I'll be able to reveal something about this scene that I did not realize. Which is so cool. But also, we met a lot. We saw a lot of we saw the rats in here. I think we saw the bear, Baloo. I said he was like Jungle Book, and somebody said that's hilarious. Wasps. We saw a wasp.
Yeah, the wasps. Yeah.
That sucks. Ants. We saw ants. Listen, this is crazy because it's like, if you were a divers, would you rather be 6 desert wolves or 10,000 ants? I know. What's more powerful?
Okay.
I'd be 3 polar bears.
Without knowing what happens, like if one of them dies, how much of an impact does it have, like, on your soul? You're splitting your soul into little pieces, right? That's like the concept here.
So, I think so. I think
it's easier to kill 100 ants than it is to kill one wolf. So, like, how much damage is that going to do to me? You know, that's what I'd be curious.
I think
10,000 ants,
part of your soul. 10,000. I mean, that's so small in comparison. I think the bigger you get, the bigger the creature gets, the less versions of it you can do, which is how you get to soul taken. All the soul takens are huge, which is why they can only be one. Basically, you can't split yourself into 4 Dinrabi. Gyarados. But oh man, there's so much here. So they are in there, they're stuck, and they get attacked by all these divers. A black-skinned demon shows up and helps them. They're like, hey, get out of here, run! And they're like, okay, we're trying. We don't want to be here at all. And so Culp knocks out Sormo. But Sormo's strong, dude. He's like fucking... That little warlock got some juice, for sure. And then, what I don't understand is the attacks were magical. So Culp was able to heal them because they were magical attacks. So I don't get that part. Like, why they were magical attacks and how Culp was able to heal them and they didn't need a healer.
Is it because of because they talk about divers, their bite is like magical in some way. Mappa talks about that because it can drive you insane if you're bitten by one. So it can indicate that all of their bites, claws, whatever, have a magical property. That's kind of what I took that as.
I think you're right. But I was giving you, because Culp creates illusions. I was wondering if that was a part of it too. Like, is there... Furthermore, okay.
Not a technical issue here.
No.
He's reading.
Just reading something. I was going to say, I do have a hard out around 345. So if we could try to move on.
You want to do things to remember?
Cool. Yeah, things to remember. Remember the black-skinned demon that saved them. Remember poor Fellison, dude.
Yeah.
Remember that Lostara Yill is chasing Callum. They killed all those people. So sad. Remember, I want to say remember the broom, but I don't remember why. I don't know why. I feel like remember it because I'm remembering it.
Remember the broom.
Remember the broom. I don't remember what that payoff is. But I'm going to be very excited when it gets there, I think.
When you get there, you'll remember.
Okay. And then there might be a connection between the Talan, Elder Warren, and Divers and Soul Taken. So keep that in mind as well. Keep it in your mind. All right. That's it. Chapter 4. We're on to the last chapter, everybody. We got 20 minutes. Oh, God.
Chapter 5. I will say about an hour of this show has just been us bullshitting.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it's our fault.
I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna edit it, but yeah, just so you know.
I think it's all good. I'll be real. I think it's all good. I think the people will enjoy listening to it. So
dude, are you kidding? Our chemistry is unreal.
It's electric.
It's
honestly.
unnatural. Like
it is.
We should get matching tattoos.
Hell yeah.
I would love to get a tattoo. Will just got his first tattoo, like a little boy.
I did.
Your first?
Yeah.
What is it? I can't read it. Backwards.
My kids' names in Elvish.
It's not backwards. In Elvish? Nerd.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And my plan is
that
right, he's got a Lord of the Rings tattoo right there. He's got 2 of them.
2? Do I have 2 Lord of the Rings tattoos?
Don't you have Narsil?
I do.
I got Lord of the Rings. I got it on my leg too. I have Narsil on my leg.
Okay.
Phantom Tollbooth, Lancelot.
Is the turtle the Native American turtle, like world turtle thing? Is that what that turtle is, or is it just a turtle?
No, it's just my favorite animal. And I went to an apprentice, and she wasn't charging, and I was like, I want a turtle, and she's like, cool. I want to do the shading. I want to do it like where the shell is all shading, and I was like, sweet, go for it.
Oh, like stipple, like they use.
No, not cool. Like that. Yeah, but she used a shader. Anyway, I'm about to get. We're gonna get matching tattoos. Sorry, Jordan, right here below my eyes.
Sorry, Jordan. I'm actually getting a tattoo next week.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to go get the Crest Knight tattoo because I want that in your Discord. So I'm gonna have to get one just to get the title in your Discord.
Name. Do it.
I'm not even in the Discord, but if I'm on the back of your book, I will be getting that tattoo.
Okay. Deal.
He's got basically if you get the tattoo, he gives you a special title in his Discord that you can only get that way. So I'm like,
I'll have to join the Discord if I get the tattoo.
Yeah.
Or yes, for sure. Or hit level 50 in the Discord, but that takes a long time.
Levels.
Look, I don't want to sound too arrogant. Here, but I'm gonna. Just a warning. I feel like I'm ascended beyond the Discord as a person. Like it would be fun in your Discord, I think, but at the same time, it's like, do I really need to be there?
Yes.
I mean, you get that there are people with way more followers than you that have Discords, right? And they're
join my Discord.
Not Discord as a whole. Not Discord as a whole.
He's saying, I have your phone number. Do I need to talk to you via Discord? And I'm like, well, you don't need to be talking about that on a live podcast, you piece of shit.
Like, what would I be talking about in the Discord? I don't know what I'd be talking about. We do
fun stuff. You don't know, but we do fun stuff.
Okay,
we've done it again.
I'll say this for anybody that's curious. I think I've joined a lot of Discords. I'm not really active in them, but I've joined a lot. And I think Maurice's legitimately is among the best set up I've ever seen. Like,
now, I do want to say real quickly, my friends group Discord is called the Fellowship, and it's a picture of Aragon as a cowboy. So that's really hard to beat for me for pretty much any Discord because we've been the Fellowship for 10 years.
That's hard. That's hard to beat. I get it. I like it. We do have a logo, but it's not Aragorn as dressed up as a cowboy.
Is it Aragorn as a cowboy called the Fellowship?
Is it Aragorn dressed as a cowboy, or is it the cowboy movie Viggo Mortensen did? I'm just curious.
No. Okay. It's Aragorn as a cowboy.
Because he did a little-known cowboy movie after Lord of the Rings called Hidalgo.
Hidalgo?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
is it little known?
Like,
is it
11-year-old I thought was sick as fuck. So
you would like you Kentucky boy.
Kentucky, I love a horse. Kentucky, love me a horse. Yeah.
Only boy horses.
Okay,
Studs.
Guys, chapter 5. This is the big one.
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay. Chapter 5.
Minutes.
Chapter 5. Chapter 5. Fiddler, Crocus, and Absalar pass through the liberated city where civilians are being slaughtered, bluff their way past rebels, and witness full-scale horror. In the ruins, Absalar drops a huge reveal. Here we go, boys. Kalinvad is Shadow Throne. Dancer is Cotillion, betrayed by Lysine and now plotting revenge. Fiddler is fucking furious. They never told their old friends. Moby the monkey reappears, injured, and Fiddler is inconveniently falling for Absalar.
From sex. Sorry.
I do love Moby, dude. Kalam delivers the holy book of Drajna to Sheikh, officially igniting the rebellion. She offers him a place. He refuses because he is a fucking badass. At dawn, Sheikh opens the book and is instantly killed by a red plaid quarrel. That's one of my favorite parts of this whole thing.
Insane. Insane.
The red blades attack and are wrecked by Leomin and the Tolbakai. Sheikh is dead, but Leomin insists the prophecy stands. The book was opened, the apocalypse has begun, and she will be renewed.
I feel like he doesn't insist as much as, like, she said, proclaims? I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Because the Tolbakai is literally like, what are we doing now? And he's like, man, I guess we sit here and wait. So,
it should be fine.
Yeah.
It should be. It's going to be fine.
She opened the book. That's what she was supposed to open the book.
That's all she needed. That's all we needed her for, technically.
Yeah. So that scene was amazing. I was listening to it, and when I was listening to it, I paused it, and I pulled it up on my Kindle, and I was like, did it just say that her head exploded? And so I went to the text and read the scene again, and then I went back and did the audio again. I was like, yeah, her head fucking exploded. Okay. That was great. Very, like, funny way of doing that.
It was.
We also got to see them, Tolbakai and Leomin, be badasses.
Holy shit. I said this in my recap, but I haven't seen anybody aura farm like that since Rake walked down at fucking Demon Lord at the end of Gardens of the Moon.
Right.
But Tolbakai body slams Callum. Well, first he sneaks up on Callum without magic. He body slams him, holds him down to the ground. Could have just fucking killed him. And that's Callum. And then he, like, just casually dodges 6 crossbow bolts or lances thrown at him, and then fucking teleports in the middle of people like Nightcrawler and kills like 10 dudes with a wooden sword. Holy shit. Also, I want to talk about Leoman's weapons.
What about
them? What
them?
are they?
They're morning stars, aren't they? Aren't they morning stars?
So
did I miss
Dujet's fingers? They were grown from Dujet's fingers.
You're gonna make fun of me for this. So
they he's described as Leoman of the Flails. That is his like title.
Fucking sick.
He wields 2 morning stars, but in the fight, he describes it as both a blunted weapon, because the morning star is just a club with a circle, a spiked circle.
Mm-hmm.
A flail has a chain attachment.
Right.
So what I think is that he has a dual, like their morning stars that shift into flails.
It's fucking sick.
I'm trying to look. I have it open right here.
That fits in my magic system in my book. I could do that.
It's fucking dope. I'm about to make a torch out of one of those.
Yeah, that's. I might have torch-like items in my book.
Everybody wants it. It's a cool sword,
dude. If it fits in the magic system, it's awesome.
Yeah.
If it fits, who wouldn't? If you had the ability, who wouldn't?
Okay, yeah.
Exactly.
Chains snapped as the morning stars lashed out and struck with deadly accuracy. No more difficult a weapon to parry than a morning star. The chain wrapped over any block, sending the iron ball unimpeded to its target. The weapon's greatest drawback was that it was slow to recover. But in the instant that Tene Baralta glanced over to gauge the battle, he saw that the Desert Warrior fought equally well with either hand and was staggering his attacks, resulting in perpetual sequence of blows. Yeah, so what I'm getting here is that like he can like do something and it shoots the ball out. That's what I'm like. That's why I'm picturing.
That's what, that's what I'm thinking.
He can hit a button and it pops out and hits him, and then he has to bring it back. Because you mentioned trying to load the chain back in. I don't read it that way. I read it as the recovery from the swing. So like when you swing, there's a recovery time before you can swing again, and that's why he's staggering attacks one after the other.
Right.
There's another possibility here, though. There is a distinct other possibility, which is that Steven Erikson forgot that morning stars don't have chains. But,
Never. Nope, can't be. I refuse that logic.
If you look it up, a flail does often come up in a Google search for a morning star.
Oh,
but it is not a morning star.
Yeah, morning star is just like a haft with a ball on the end. Yeah,
spiked ball.
So this isn't the tattoo I'm getting next week, but this is one that my artist drew up. Uh-oh.
There it is. Oh,
hold on.
Sick. That's Sauron's mace, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's maybe flail.
Hell yeah,
I think mace, flail. You can probably use mace interchangeably. Mace.
I'm gonna get it right here. I'm gonna get it wrapped around my wrist right here. That'll be sick.
No, it had to be a flail. A mace is also a bludgeoning is a club with a bladed stub at the end. I have a picture up on Google.
The sword has
and they're all different things. But I want to know what Leoman uses.
I really think it's possible Steven Erikson just used the wrong word. I'll be honest.
No, stop it. We only have 10 minutes.
Okay.
Let's.
Okay. So that's that fight. That fight is fucking amazing.
Okay.
Let's talk about. Did you guess? Great. Did you guess the big reveal?
Kellenved and Dancer. I did not.
Yes.
That would be really hard to guess.
It's implied.
I feel like
it is so fucking implied in book 1.
When?
There's like one scene talking about how the House of Shadows been very present in the Empress's
It
business.
appeared.
Yeah.
It did not appear until the Emperor died. The Emperor and his best friend Dancer, and they have this weird thing where they're going after Lucine.
Dancer's name has only been mentioned like twice to this point. Let's be clear about that. So Dancer's not someone that we're really super familiar with until this scene. We know he's important, but he's not been talked about very much.
Right.
Kellenved, obviously, we have heard about a lot about. But no, I did not guess this at all. This one got me by surprise.
I can't remember if I guessed it or not. I don't think I did.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. Like on a reread, obviously I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the implied stuff that was there. I was like, I just kind of like read it as it was. I didn't really think, did I catch that the first time? Because it was just like so in my head. Which is why I'm curious about Servant and Will. I want to know, Will, what's going to happen? How's Will? You'll understand when we get there.
It's so crazy,
Violet.
And on a reread, how evident it was in book 1 to me when I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "They're totally gonna get it." I could probably just say it, and I was like, I won't say it. I'll just wait. And I'm so glad I didn't because I was like, "This is so obvious. Obviously, this is the Emperor."
No, I don't think any of us got it. I don't think any of the new readers got it, according to people talking in the club.
I love that. That's amazing.
Okay, so let's talk real. Okay, so Kellenved, Moby and Fiddler
bites somebody's face off.
Oh yes, so the Fiddler stuff. We're back to Grimdark here.
That scene. That's the scene I was talking about earlier in the podcast. That's like there's stuff that he's describing happening, that children being flayed alive, that you just hear and you're just kind of like, well, I'm gonna relegate that to the back of my brain and never think about it. But if you fucking think about it, it's so fucking dark.
Well, and let's remember that Erikson's background is in anthropology. He is not pulling this stuff out of thin air. These are the kinds of atrocities that actually happened.
Yep.
And we're not as historically far removed from it as people think either. So I think that Malazan is fantasy, obviously, but it lives with a foot in the real world history too. And I think that if you go into it with that mindset, there are things you're going to see and be like, oh, well, fuck that. Fuck humanity. So that whole sequence is brutal. Yeah. And we didn't talk about it because we got distracted earlier, but the sequence with where Fiddler saves the 2 girls before he goes to meet the spirit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That sequence is all equally brutal and horrific.
Yeah.
Fiddler is finding himself in the midst of all kinds of fucked up shit lately. So yeah,
maybe he shouldn't fall in love with teenagers.
Well, he's at least trying to help people, and not actively moving in to do
I
something
was
about
definitely okay. So I was definitely like, ooh. I thought Fiddler. So I was like, how old is Fiddler? Because he's like 15 in the prologue of Gardens of the Moon. But this is like 15 years later. So
is he really
he's
that
like
young?
Yeah,
like 27,
he's like super
28.
young. Mm-hmm. He's like in his late 20s right now. Absolar
like
and Crocus.
19.
It's so hard to figure out where they are, but they're like 18 around there.
Crocus. I thought Crocus was like 16. Is he not?
Not anymore. I mean, they've been like
it's only been 2 months.
It's so vague. I was googling it because I was trying to figure out, and I could not.
Time in it's like dog years in the Malazan Empire.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, are their years even the same as ours? Because I think weirdly they're not actually. So like years are not actually our. I don't know.
Well, either way, yeah. I mean, Fiddler's not like super old. I think this is a thing with a lot of fantasy. Some of the characters, because they've been through so much, they might read a little older than
they read older. Yeah, for sure.
I think you would read Fiddler not knowing anything about him, and you'd probably place him in his 40s.
Yes.
So, I think he'd be more Whiskey Jack than Crocus.
Right, because Whiskey Jack is in his 40s. So
yes.
Whereas you probably read him more like in his 50s.
He's 60s.
Right.
50s. Yeah, I'm thinking early 60s.
I went
it's fucking knee.
I
went
50s or 60s maybe, but he's actually more like 40. And
that's old in this world. There is something to be said about that. I do think he's like, man, you can't fall for this girl, and I don't love it, but I also I know that he's not being gross.
No,
he's like,
it's
this
more
woman
like he's
is being
acknowledging
nice to him.
He's acknowledging that he has like kind of a crush. I think is how I read it more than him wanting to do something horrific.
He's just kind of like you can like be hot on someone.
Yeah, I mean, like he's even saying like he's not trying to like fuck over Crocus even. Like he's had that thought. So it's like
it's like he's like, oh, don't smile at me like that.
Yeah.
Like I think Fiddler reads very lonely. This isn't like he's not like the Hound where he's like, I could rape you, but I won't.
Right.
It's like he's like, oh, she's making me blush. I hate that. I'm gonna ignore that part of myself.
The Hound is also like 35, by the way.
Yes. Yeah.
So, just if we're talking about character ages, Martin can't write a character age to save his life. No character in those books read the same as their actual ages are. So
no.
Yeah.
Let's do things to remember because I know we've got 3 minutes.
3 minutes. All right, things to remember. Cotillion, who is the rope, is actually Dancer Ascended.
Mm-hmm.
Dancer is the second to Calenved, the Emperor, who is actually AKA Aminus or Shadow Throne. Remember that. The next thing to remember is that Fiddler's horse is a fucking badass, and he bit off a dude's face. That was cool. I mean, he was so violent. He bit off a piece of his face for spitting on the ground. Crazy.
I mean, even the characters like Fiddler, who's seen all these horrific things, is going, "Oh God!" Like that kind of made him like nauseous. So it's like, yeah.
There's also so the Aptorian demon, Shadow Throne stuck an Aptorian demon to look out, like he was trying to figure shit out. This Aptorian demon is the same demon that the Rylandaris was chasing in the chapter 1, and Icarium and Mappa were like chasing, kind of like they were keeping an eye on this Aptorian demon. That Aptorian demon is this 9-foot, 3-legged monster. Look up pictures of this guy because he looks fucked. He's crazy looking. But he beat the shit out of Rylandaris. And he's like, and when she was like, hey, take Callum off, Shaik, Leoman was like, whoa. I know we're badasses, but we need that guy, probably. You probably need that guy. Like, so that's, he does so much like power scaling and just like subtle hints. Very interesting. Sheik is fucking dead. She's dead. But we think maybe she did jumpstart the apocalypse? Big question mark right there.
Well, remember
Remember Toblakai and Leomin and the Flails, but especially Toblakai.
Well, I mean, remember the last word, the last line of book 1 here. The Toblakai raised his head, sniffed. There's a storm coming.
The whirlwind, baby. It's time for an apocalypse. And the whirlwind, let me tell you about the whirlwind. I'm not gonna, because that's a spoiler. And it's, oh, shit.
Well, I'll tell you this. Chapter 6, if you look on the book club right now, Chapter 6 has like 60 comments in it. I have not finished it. I'm like halfway through it. It has like 60 comments in Chapter 6. And no other chapter has more than like 40. and specifically in book 2, no chapter has more than like 10 except for that one. So, yeah. It's spawned.
Let's end it there. Let's say our goodbyes.
All right. See ya.
Hey, good luck out there, everyone.
Stay sturdy. Love y'all.
We're not serious people, but we do love you.
Yes.
Yeah. Later.
No one's mad.